What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back to Monday Night Roski, the longest running episodic program and live stream here on YouTube. You are in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly, the Notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy, but call me CGA, C God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about hypocrisy. A granny comes out and goes viral, or feral. A 68-year-old grandmother. She does look good for her age. Allegedly has a 26-year-old boyfriend that she wraps into her warm embrace. Yes.
My warm embrace.
And so we're going to talk about, is there some more? 68-year-old.
My warm embrace.
All right. And we definitely got a brother out here starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
What type of boyfriend does she have? We're going to talk about what type of boyfriend she has. We're also going to cover the Deion Sanders avoiding his ex-wife, Pilar, and why most men should do as Deion Sanders did in that moment. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater, and it's an evil world we live in. But to contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel, where you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat.
New world order.
On the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, let's go in here and see if we got some earlier contributors. I don't know. What's going on over here? All right, what window is this? All right, okay. Oh, was this? Okay. All right, that's the wrong window. I don't know where my window is. Anybody know where my window is? Is it to the window, to the wall? All right. Oh, I found it. I didn't know what was going on. All right, but yes, I finally found it. All right, shout out to the Steel Curtain in the building. Coach, you are an extremely talented content creator. He says today you have been at it for 5+ hours and still going. Pause. Not many can do what you do, and they know it. Keep the rants coming, because they're usually nuggets of wisdom placed in the message. I know people are like, you're ranting. No more ranting. Shout out to all, and Steel Curtain says, always entertaining, and I appreciate you, Coach. Shout out to you. Too much rant. You got to be hard. You know, I had a conversation with my strong son. All right, my strong son. He's CGA Jr., as you know him. And we're talking about a lot of things, because a lot of people, especially older people, you know, they out of the game. They'll say things like touch grass, you know, touch grass, and the internet ain't real. All right, but you guys got to realize, here's the deal.
New world order.
You're talking about a generation of people that you don't know nothing about. Gen Z and Gen Alpha coming up. The internet's real. All right, I don't know if you guys know.
New world order.
And AI fixing to be real. AI fixing to be real. Now, for the people that are like 26 to 35, you know, y'all can still try to be outside. You know, I'm going to be outside. I'm outside with the regular people. All right, but he's like, man, this age is cooked in terms of the realities that young people have to deal with in this social media era. It is an arms race for these people. It is very, very real. In fact, internet cyberbullying is for that specific generation. That's how real the internet is, right? People be deleting themselves because of something people put on social media. Oh, it's real. And then you have the arms race in terms of, you know, status and all that stuff. It's real. That's their reality. That's their world. All right. And Gen Alpha is on another level. All right. And just wait till Gen AI comes in here. All right.
New world order.
Just wait till Gen AI comes in here, because there were definitely going to be people born into that world. And Gen Alpha is the first generation to be born into social media. All right. They're born into social media. They'll be born into social media, meaning social media had existed at their birth, or sometime was born after social media was a thing. But it's real in the field out here. So people do have to navigate these things. I feel a strong presence of redirecting the course of our existence. It may not affect you today, but it's going to. It's going to. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can see this right here. We got okay, so we got our brother the Steel Curtain in the building. All right, let's see here. No girls in the evening. I can't do it. All right. I'm all tapped out once I get here. And yeah. With that being said, let's get to this part of the show. Let's do Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We got some straggles and some sniggles. We got some fun laughs. This is what people want on the show. For me to just do this. Like I'm a I'm a CNN host or something like that. Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have a young woman here. All right. This young woman saying something. People shared a video of this young woman saying something about she feels like at age 25, she's cooked. All right. Okay, let's see what she's going for. This is, again, internet is real. The internet is a woman's diary. Remember diaries? All right. Internet is a woman's diary. She says at 25, she cooked. She doesn't know what to do with her life. This is a lot of people here at this age. Here we go.
25 this week. And if I'm honest, I'm terrified. I'm terrified because I feel like a failure. And I don't know if anyone else watching this understands that feeling, but my life looks nothing like I thought it would at this age. When I was a kid, I always said by 25, I'll be married or I'll have a kid. I'll have this amazing career. And I've done a lot of cool things, don't get me wrong, but I'm about to be 25, and most nights I go to bed feeling so lonely. And then most days I wake up feeling lost, like I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I have this overwhelming thought of, is this it? Is this all there is?
Oh, no.
When you're 25 years old, and you live alone, and you have no partner, and you have maybe 2 friends, and you've struggled with mental illness your entire life.
Oh, no.
There's just not much to wake up for, is there?
Oh,
Let me know if you relate, because I would love to not feel so alone.
Oh, no. All right, there she is right there. She just needs somebody to love her and give her a hug. And can I has hug? Can I has hug? Merp. All right, she out there, Simp Wolf whistling. This went feral. Look at that, 50,000 likes. All right, I bet you there's some sip ass ninjas on there that's gonna love to fill that midsection. Let's check the first comment. I'm 25. I live with my parents, so you're not alone. I'm 33. I live with my dad. No partner or children to speak of. No job, no driver's license. Jeez. Have struggled with mental illness most of my life. All right, you're not alone. It says right here, you got this, you're stronger. We've got this. Sadly, I'm a mother who struggles with the same mental here, this is the loser section over here. I'm telling you.
New world order.
Turned 34 a couple of days ago. All right, hey, so everybody out here, I'm 24 and felt the exact same way, struggling with mental illness. Hey.
New world order.
All right, so there they all are. They're not outside. They're right there on the internet. All right, struggling. Lots of women in there, too. Did you see the amount of women in there struggling, lonely? All right, when they're outside, they be talking real big and bad, huh? They be outside like, I don't need no man. Don't look at me. Don't catcall me. I'm not interested in you. Cold approach me, please. All right, Jesus. There's some Mitch-ass ninjas in there, too. All right, look at all these women out there. Sam, 26. I'm 26. Same. I live alone. No husband, no kids. Oh, no.
Oh, the humanity.
Lexi, I can relate. Another one, Samantha, 22. There's Mia, 25. Can totally relate. We got another one, Raisin. I totally relate. La Reina says, I relate so much. You wouldn't know this when you're outside. All right, they be walking around. All right, I'm big, I'm important, I have a job, I have a career. And then you're like, hi, excuse me, ma'am, I just want to introduce myself. Creep. Oh, all right. I'm not interested. I have things to do. Oh, man. And by the way, all of this mental illness, man, it's a wrap. All right, these mental illness people, I hope maybe Gen Alpha doesn't fall for the mental illness thing. These people are crazy. All right, what do we got here? We have a woman that says, all right, oh, she's a straggle too. Speaking of, this woman says right here that she confirms that she does have a replacement picked out when she dumps you. Okay, monkey branch time.
Not gonna lie, before I get out the relationship, I already know who I'm gonna be with next. Because at the end of my relationship, it don't never just end right away. It be like, it's finna end, and I know it's finna end, and we going through this and that, but we know we both finna break up. So it be stuff happening at the end of the relationship. Like I be starting other situations towards the end of the relationship. Sometimes I get like this little urge in me after I'm done, even if don't know who the next person is, I get this little petty urge in me, and I be like, oh, I'm finna go with the person that you accuse me of. I'm not.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Jesus. Coach, man, you're making that out. There's not people out here like this. There's some good women out there. Man, there's the ones we're messing with.
Humanity.
She finna go mess it up. And of course, she's going to say she's monogamous. Well, I've never cheated. I just set up my cheating before I cheat. And then before the breakup, I've never cheated. You can trust me, ass bitch. Right? That's a mean woman right there. She a meanie. All right, why is she so mean?
I'm not gonna lie, before I get out the relationship.
Oh my, before I get out the relationship, not after.
I already know who I'm gonna be with next.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen, coach, y'all making this up. All right. I already know who I'm finna be with next before I get up out the relationship. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna judge the entire relationship on the end part of the relationship. The part where I'm finna go get with somebody else and set up my cheating. How everybody knew that, right? Listen, a lot of people, I've been telling you, a lot of us judge our end of our relationships with the beginning of a new one. Our beginning of a new one is always great. Oh, you're great. You're wonderful. You don't do all the toxic things that my ex did. Well, the ex is judged on the end of the relationship. The new person is judged on the beginning of the relationship. And she just admitted that the stuff that happens at the end of a relationship forces her into the new relationship, right? That's when you get accusations of cheating and, you know, you start fucking around. And then all of a sudden it becomes crazy for the last couple of months. Then it becomes abusive and yelling. I've been saying that for a long time. A lot of the abuse comes at the end of the relationship. He did this and he did that. He did that the whole relationship. You stayed 8 years and he mollywopped your ass every day? Well, no, she's describing the end where all the bullshit was happening and it was constant. Then she jumps into the new one. It's so great. I love it here. All right. So anyway, we got this Straggle Sniggle Theater. Oh, thick. Oh my goodness. That outfit looks painted on. You brothers, man, it's Melanin Monday.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Look at that snicker. Ooh, she look warm for the winter. Goodness gracious. That's amazing. That is an amazing thickness. Boy, oh boy, where y'all brothers at, man? Look at this thick mommy up there. She a little, okay, all right. Chocolate sister don't look too bad in the face there. All right, apparently she's on Pop the Balloon and some things went down. All right, so let's hear what happened here. Apparently there's some things that went down on Pop the Balloon.
I am pretty short, and I'm shorter, you know, but it's just you're short too. So.
Oh.
And how tall are you?
I'm like 4'11".
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Okay, and how tall are you again?
A midget.
5'9".
5'9".
All right, a midget. Okay, 4'11" and 5'9". I like short women. All right, 5'9". That's not short. That's like short-ish.
Yeah.
I know, but you see, like.
Huh?
See what?
You can look over your head.
Yeah, but I can't, like, you know,
So you
look
want to,
up.
like, tippy-toe.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie.
All right, Eddie don't give a fuck. He like, get that big bitch out my face. All right, look. So this 4'11" woman in heels, so she's about 5'2", 5'3", is mad at this 5'9" guy for being too short. Eddie like, man, I got no time for this overweight.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
Broke bitch. Like, man, I think he might be on the wrong show. They need to pop the balloon for some men who like men's. All right, he not gay no more. All right, the way he's standing, All right. I don't think he's interested in any of the women on the show. All right. Shout out to Arlette. Is it Arletta? Arletta.
The only thing is, I understand I'm short. I get that. I am pretty short, and
You forgot short and fat. All right, come on, bro. You're overlooking. You're talking about you're short. I mean, you missed the. Yeah. All right, you're shorting some other things, ma'am.
I'm shorter, but it's just you're short too. So.
And how tall are you?
I'm like 4'11".
Oh my God. Okay, and how tall are you again, Eddie?
5'9".
5'9".
Eddie, man. Eddie. You on the wrong show, did you? I'm going to just let you know right there, Eddie. You ain't got to fool the people out here, did you?
Yeah.
I know, but you see, like.
See what?
He said, see what?
You can look over your head.
Yeah. Dang, that is a big rump. I mean, how do you even clean this thing, man? That is a big rump. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this backside on this thing? Holy mackerel. That is something else.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
How you carry all that around everywhere? All right, damn. That is a monster ghetto booty. That's a monster she got back there, boy. To look like 2 butterball turkeys back there. All right, let's look at how Eddie shirked her off right here. Watch this.
Yeah, but I can't
So
look
you want to
up.
like tippy toe.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Okay.
Understandable. Get out of here. All right, he's like, go. All right, I ain't got no time for this shit. I ain't trying to qualify for these women. All right, anyway, that is a big thing she had back there. All right, what do we got here? We have a woman that says that she acknowledges that Coach is right. All right, Coach is right. All right, we don't know the number of women doing this, but this is a very common thing. Coach is right here on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. This woman says in the comments, I used to escort it. Yeah, I'm reading it right. I used to escort it before I got married, and there's no punctuation. Now I feel doomed to never enjoy sex again. It's been 8 years of faking it. Hate every moment. It's such a chore. This is something I've been trying to warn you about. This is prime spectrum. All right, so the woman's going to respond. I'm assuming that she's probably a current or former sex worker. All right, but this is common because women go through these phases. Elon Musk just got caught up with a girl that's on the JUCO, mahi allegedly. So this woman's going to counsel this, but I told you, a lot of these women do pivot and go into marriage. And then when they go into marriage, you get sexless marriage, all right?
I haven't showered in 3 days and I smell like a bag of onions. Is any of this turning you off?
Right?
Nothing. And
then they get married, and then they get married for the support, and then all of a sudden that's gone, and then she don't enjoy sex with her husband. She certainly enjoyed sex when she was selling punani. All right, but now she's like, okay, I hate it. Sex is marriage. I got to get out of here. So the guy, the good guy, who married you and took you off these streets, well, as they say, you got to let a hoe be a hoe.
In these streets.
Got to let a hoe be a hoe. She thought she could cross over and be a normal wife and put that behind. My body count doesn't matter. It's in my past. But now you're with boring sex guy. Now you're with the good guy. Now you're with the guy that doesn't turn you on, but he's paying the bills. So you stay. Woo, wait. Let's hear what happens here with this woman as her advice. And it's a very lengthy video, but bear with me.
Actually want to pin and get back to, but this one really stood out to me because I relate. So not that I've ever been like escorted or worked as an escort, which I'm definitely not judging you at all. My point is though, I understand the way you feel because although I didn't work for it, I technically escorted myself into anybody's home or room that I wanted. You get what I'm saying? Like, still escorted myself around.
Yeah.
In these streets.
So when people will always say body count doesn't matter. I disagree. It doesn't matter. It matters in this moment. It matters that you can't trust the person can put that in her past. All right. Because if you ever been married, marriage sex is boring. All right. It's predictable. It's boring. It's routine. It gets that way. It's not always that way. Not 100% of the time. But it can get that way. And then you have all these other duties and responsibilities. Don't have kids. If you have kids, they can be quite disruptive. If you have a sick kid, if you have family in town and relatives, granny staying over, monster-in-law, it is very disruptive. So then it becomes routine and boring, and sometimes you push it off as the last thing to do. So that's where the body count comes in, because you can't trust that she will not go back to that.
In these streets.
All right. And even she's acknowledging this. All right. Yeah, I have to go back to it. I escorted myself into many rooms. All right. So body counts is up there.
Trying.
All right. And so, yep. And now I can relate. This is the danger of it.
To sleep with anyone and everyone. So that's why I had such a hard time, and still do. Like, I'm getting over this. This is something I just learned. So this is why I have such a hard time having sex with my husband, because when we are in those moments, it's literally, like you said, it feels like something I have to do, like a chore. But not only that, it's my own negative memory of my old life before Christ.
Oh, the humanity.
Yeah. So we have the old adage of she cannot pair bond. Now, she's having sex out of pity, out of duty. This isn't bonding. This doesn't mean you're bonded. This doesn't mean you have romance. She's just having sex. She's getting through it. Now, that doesn't mean she hates her husband. They can have a fun relationship. They can be goofy and friendly. But, dude, this is an example of what I've been talking about. People want to dismiss this. Now, this happens to the majority of these people that have enjoyed these lives. All right. And she realizes that, there's a certain type of sex that I like. She might like to get choked on and all of that stuff. When you're married, there's not much choking and nutting on her face going on. There's not much of that going on. Okay. You do that when you smut girls out. You're not marrying them, choking them. I mean, whooping them, spanking them, pulling their hair. But now you just got buddies and roommates. This is the same thing that happens in 50-50 relationships. Just buddies, roommates. All right. And then you occasionally hump on each other to kind of get one person satisfied. All right. And now she's a Christian. As we say, this is the textbook individual that we show you. And then you got to deal with it and be like, well, my girl different. Now she's a Christian. She repackaged that peace leave as a Christian. All right. This writes itself at this point.
So, and my husband and I are in bed, and guys, this is honestly so uncomfortable for me to talk about. I've never talked about sex before besides yesterday.
Talk about it.
But, when we're in bed and we're doing things, and my mind will go back to a memory. I'll be like, I did this before, or I'm trying to think of something that I used to do that I now want to try with my husband because he's my husband. And so I get what you're saying, but I think what is helping me right now to enjoy it and not feel doomed, because I know you had mentioned that you feel doomed about it as well, is understanding what I had mentioned in the previous video of the fact that your husband or your wife is a gift to you from God.
Okay, yeah, the repackaged punani here. Hey, look, so she's saying there's some stuff I want to explore with my husband. Why? Because I did that with other men. See, that's the body count coming back. And by the way, the Bible speaks of this, and somebody can pull up the verse if you want. The Bible speaks of this. The reason there was against premarital sex as God ordained, if you were a believer, was because the woman could reflect back on her past liaisons. That was one of the original reasons why premarital sex was outlawed in the Christian church, right? It wasn't because it was bad under God and any of these crazy things. The basic premise of it is if you want to have a wife and your wife performed these things for you, the worst thing for your marriage would be her ability to reflect back on her past. Now, some women will be like, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. Okay, it might not happen to you. That's anecdotal. But this woman just said exactly that. The reason she wants to try something, getting choked, whooped, spanked, hair pulled, and this and that, is the reason why was because she did it with previous guys. That is, now I'm not trying to sell people to go back to church and be virgins. I'm just telling you why body count tends to come up. And now, instead of being, and here's the thing, she can't bring this up to her husband because here's going to be the problem. It's going to be the problem. If she brings this up to her husband's going to then wonder, where'd you get this from? Now that's going to unravel. Wait, have you done this with other guys before? You wanted me to nut on your face? Have any other guys nutted on your face? Now you just opened up a can of worms. So that's why she can't bring it up. Or she can't say, I've done this with other guys before. Done. That's your wife. Ninja, look. Cooked. Because now he's going to have questions. Wait a minute. What other guys? How much did they pay? Right? How much did they pay? I'm paying a marriage. You did this with these other guys. You didn't marry none of them. You didn't require marriage. So now I'm supposed to nut in your eye. You see what's happening? You see, this is why it's problematic. And people want to just say it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect my ability to paramount. But it's going to affect the security of the guy. Because he's like, damn, I invested in a whole skeezer. How many other guys you done this with? Is this something that you want me to do? Or I don't feel like I can do that with my wife. Right? Whatever it is. So this is where, this is where it comes up. And women don't understand this is a problem for men. And any woman denying this, they don't understand. They never lived as a guy. If you don't never live as a guy, you don't understand this. This is problematic for many men. And you're like, dude, I married this bitch. And so anyway, you got the other woman out here that said, I used to escort, but now I'm married and I'm faking it. But CGA is imagining this, right? All right. CGA's imagining this. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, these things affect the psyche of married men. And I'm going to tell you, most men get married to get access to the women. Most men that get married, they were losers in the dating marketplace. These weren't winners in the dating marketplace. Meaning like these aren't the men that were pounding out punani. Men that get married have to get married to get access to sex. Because they were not good on the dating marketplace, this is the only way they could get sex. Now, before that, now there were many men before him. So this is where guys will say, who cares? It was before him. It matters to a lot of guys because a lot of guys ain't out there banging out whores. A lot of guys aren't nutting on women's faces because guess what? They got married to be able to get to the pussy. They had to get married to get to it. Now you're finding out she was a woman out here loose. Okay, so most men are out here trying to get. That's how they're getting access to the sex. And now they're figuring out she was out here whoring her and smunning herself out. Dude, a lot of dudes crash out. A lot of dudes cannot handle that. Just to let you know, it matters. For many of those guys that had this is the way they got around it to be able to get her. And they thought he had an innocent wife and she was out there getting smut out. Okay, smutted out. A lot of guys have to. Again, here's these sensitive ninjas. Not necessarily. Yes, necessarily. Not all men. Not all men, coach. Yes, you sound like the bitches. Not all women. Lots of guys. 60% of guys are getting no sex. The only way they're getting sex is through relationships and marriages. This is a fact. This is a fact. They're getting to no punani without a marriage. It's like, this is an absolute cotton picking fact. Most guys that are getting married, most guys, in order for them to get sex, they got to get a relationship and marriage. This is a fact. An absolute fact. Most guys ain't banging out broads out here. Right? So anyway. So guys, again, that's an undeniable fact. That doesn't mean everybody goofy ass ninjas. All right, incel ass ninjas. It don't mean it. But yes, a lot of guys got to get access to sex through marriage. But now he's going to find out he married a reformed 304 that done got smutted out. And he ain't got it to ask his wife to smut her out. And I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of guys can't smut their wives out. Lots of guys, let me tell you, the married mind is a different mind. Lots of guys cannot smut out their wives. All right, that's the mother of your kids. You want to make love to her. You don't want to do anything what you would call degrading, but some women enjoy degrading sex. Right? Some women enjoy degrading sex, so it's hard for her to cross that bridge over and say, I want to introduce this into the marriage. And so then now what? The guy's going to have questions. Have you done this before? Who did you do this with? Oh, yeah, it's going to come up. It's going to come up. And now she got some problems. Now she got some problems. And he ain't going to be able to see her as the same woman anymore. This is why all the body count talk, it matters. It matters to men. It might not matter to the women. Oh, it matters to men. It's going to matter. All right. Especially if he was a guy with less sexual experience than her coming in. Oh, it's going to matter. That ninja going, he going to look at that woman completely different, bruh. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, both of these women know I'm exactly right. This woman right here with the question and this woman right here, they know exactly I'm right.
And that your old life was never meant to be lived that way anyways. You were always meant to have sex with your husband.
Yeah,
we were never meant to have sex with all the people that we were escorted to or all the people we chose to sleep with.
Facts.
Your husband is a gift from God. And so when you look at him that way, and then you understand that it's also a man's need from God as well, and it keeps our relationship unified, then I think it'll just help you understand it's really just a stronghold in your mind. And so I would say too, you know, praying and asking God to heal you from the
now they want to talk to God.
Strongholds, or you have the authority to bind and break strongholds.
Oh, here we go.
You have the authority through Christ Jesus, you know. So once you pinpoint the problem, you're halfway there.
Here we go.
And now it's about utilizing the tools that God gave us through our own voice and his word to break those things.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
Oh, in Jesus' name. Hey, let me ask y'all something here. To the men that say, well, it was in her past, it shouldn't matter. Okay, watch this. I'll ask you this. All right, white guys, huddle up. Does body count matter? Watch the white guys. Coach, I'm a strong guy. I'm secure in myself. It's in her past. Okay, what if 20 niggas ran a train on her? Black men. 20 black men ran a train on her. All right, 20 black men. All right, and it's on camera. Now, does body count matter? I guarantee you, you ask any white man, the majority of them found out they white wife got dug out by 20 ninjas in a I guarantee you the majority of white dudes is checking out. That body count matter shit done ran out the window. For white men, body count matter, especially when black men don't put their hands on their hips. All right, that's the end of the conversation. In fact, most white guys will tell you, if they see a white woman with mixed kids, that woman is good as dead to them. Why? Because the body count matter. They see a white woman with mixed kids, have black kids. White dudes is running soon as they see that shit. So does body count matter? Yes, that's simple. You can try to talk yourself out of it, but that's a simple explanation as to how body count gonna matter. How many white guys you see with a white woman with mixed kids? I'm gonna ask that again. How many white dudes do you see with a white woman that has half black kids? Almost zero. Zip. So zip the bullshit. They practice that right off the rip. That's an automatic disqualification. That's an automatic disqualification. At that point, body count is mattering real quick. All right, you got evidence that you got mixed kids. A nigga them. Nope. Nope. Right. So body count matters real fast. We practice it still to this day. All right. Anyway. All right. We got this woman out here on Straggle Sniggle Theater. It says right here, recap of my month-long 304 tour of 18 states. I can't play the music, but of course, I've played this woman before. There she is going on tour. If you guys don't know what that is, well, you need to follow us over on Locals. We tell you, and I can read the comments here. There are a lot of women that identify with this. This is definitely going on in America out here. I'm just letting y'all know. We talk about this. We explore this. We show you what the possibilities are. And yes, it doesn't mean attractive women. Yes, indeed. They out here on tour. On tour. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Body count don't matter. There she is from state to state. Ocean to ocean. Busting nuts while the tour bus keeps coasting. All right. Yes, indeed. Going around and being around. Hey, this is how you go on tour, bruh. All right. This is how you go on tour. They going from 18 states getting dug. All right. Yep. Campaigning. We call it. Yep. They out there campaigning. All right. And renegading too. All right, renegading.
In these streets.
All right.
I looked at it as I have an ATM between my legs, and I'm just using it. All I gotta do is put my card in, and that's it. And put the PIN number, and boom, money just comes right out.
All right, that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle, that was a good show, intro. Hey, quick update. Did you guys know, shout out to this woman here. I think I did a review of her, Sunday Amoni. Sunday Amoni has cracked the case, did some investigator, man. You got to be careful with these investigators on the internet. Sunday Amoni out here, she has a channel. She revealed, remember this trophy wife girl? The trophy wife, ISIS? Well, apparently, Sunday Amoni has done some digging, on the husband. And apparently, the husband was married not once, not twice, but 3 times. All right, that didn't come out very early in the investigation, but I think Sunday Amoni on our channel here, go subscribe to her, it's 94,000. She's done some digging up on this guy, and apparently she went back to his high school. You got to be careful what you tell people on the internet. Apparently he's named after O.J. Simpson. He's named after O.J. Simpson, right? His name is Orenthal James or Orenthal J. They call him O.J. All right, this is crazy, all right? But of course, yes, the allegations against him, I believe, are false. But married 3 times, all right? And to the last 2 wives were the younger versions. He married a woman early, and now she's in her 40s. And then the other 2 were in their younger years, those ended in divorce. So he's got 3 divorces under his belt. All right. All right, so shout out to Sunday Amoni. I was going to break it down. The case, the story's kind of dead now, but she's been proven to be a liar. But I wanted to give her a shout out and give you an update on that case. 3 marriages. All right, but anyway, let's get to some contributors to the show. What a crazy show already. All right, shout out to our brother, The Alchemist, too, says, what up, coach? I just wanted to say go Lions and go blue. Ohio State was so mad they started a fight. Shaking my head, free agent lifestyle for life. They didn't put up a fight during the game. They did all that fighting after the game. I understand. There were several people out here trying to get the flag planted in their, in the visiting team's midfield. Rivalry weekend. Most of the games played this weekend were rivalry games. So Michigan, not a good season after being the national champion, but that's to be expected. But Ohio State, are they eliminated from the playoff contention? I don't like Ohio State. I've never been a fan of Ohio State. So I have no dog in that fight. All right, we got our brother Everett W says, Coach, I made a dating app profile as an average woman. OMG. Shout out to you.
My
Almost
God.
200 messages in 4 days. I didn't know it was this bad. Can't believe I used to be one of these guys. Thanks for all you do. Free agent lifestyle for life. Gentlemen, thank you, Everett, for doing that. That was part of homework assignments that I've given out so men can understand the dating marketplace, the complexities. Because it's hard. You're like, I'm putting my messages out. I'm putting my Mac down. I'm cold approaching. But I said, you got to turn yourself into a woman in a sense and see what they see. Once you see what they see, right, then you see things completely different. Okay, so you could be an average woman and you will get bombarded. I've done this. And it is mind-boggling to the point where I always say, dude, I guess I was doing pretty well on dating apps. I thought I was not doing well based on my results. But what I figured out was just getting a woman to respond. There was a dating coach that once said this. If you get a woman to respond to your messages, you're in the top 10%. And if you get a woman to meet you, agree to meet you, and show up, you in the top 5%. Then if you get the draws, you in the top 1%. All right, you literally beat the odds of the game. From the most men's perspective, you beat the odds. And you were winning. And it almost don't matter what the woman looked like. I mean, because even from the woman's perspective, they're trying to aim as high as they possibly can. They're not trying to waste their time with losers. So even from the woman's perspective, she was selected. She selected you out of a group of thirsty, starving ass ninjas, right? So You won. But even again, a lot of guys don't believe you won. You're like, how did I win? I got this fat girl. But the fat girl was picking out of messages, pulled you out of the haystack, right? And you bushed through 200 guys. So a lot of people don't realize that you're beating the odds significantly just by getting an average woman out on a date. And then don't get no punani from her. You in the top 20, you're in there. You're in there. That's how wicked the game is in the dating apps. So most men get absolutely no responses. Like, and not even legitimate responses. Most men are getting zip. The data shows they're getting nothing. And that's up to there. Like 60% of men get nada on a dating app. Not a return message, no nothing. So that's what you're right here. I always encourage men, just try this out and see what happens so you can understand what's really going on out there. Until you do that, you don't really get it. And we've had several other guys do this on locals. And dude, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling the amount, like you take an average woman, below average, slightly below average, not completely busted. Put her out there and you got ninjas in shape, good-looking guys, like guys that are good-looking. And they still was in there starving, trying to beat up some of that punani out here. Yeah, man, it's bad out there. Shout out to our brothers here over on the Cash App. We need to acknowledge the Cash App brothers out here. Shout out to Young Ling Ling. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I paid her. Oh, that's what happened. That's a payment. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, that's minus. That's minus money. Oh, okay. Shit. I'm sorry.
What kind of fuck you give me?
That wasn't somebody paying me. That was somebody. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
That's embarrassing. All right, Sweet Fu Young. Sweet Fu Young. Another one. I'm sorry. That's not the receipt. That's the give file.
What kind of fuck you give me?
It's not even Thursday, but I guess Sweet Fu Young got some. Oh, sorry, man. Hey, man, I read the wrong thing. Shout out to you.
American people ain't kind of fuck.
All right. My Cash App is litty. I don't know what's going on here. That was a payment. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. That's embarrassing. Let me go back and see if I can edit that out because I'm going to edit that out because I exposed myself a little bit there. Let me see if I can be kind and rewind real quick. Let me see. Can I edit that? Oh, they don't let me edit it out live. Okay. All right. Greg Fu Young got caught there. Sorry. That's just, it happens. It happens. Don't nobody clip that. Don't nobody clip that out there. It was just that was a mistake. All right. Anyway, shout out to our brother here. Orion says, I miss your signature, Skitty Pop Pop. Why you stop it? Here it is right here. Let's give it to you.
Pop, pop, cop, cop, cop. Skitty keep pop, pop. And a pop, pop, boom.
All right, we got it, brothers. All right, shout out to Corey in the building. Coach Gang, shout out to you. Wait a minute, where's the, Coach Gang.
New world order.
All right, shout out to our brother here, Jeff the producer. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Jones G says the final boss of 304 is a Christian woman, right? A final boss, that's their final form. A woman's final form is Christian woman. And when I was a kid, I didn't know this. But yes, by the time they going back to the Lord and she come in there, I done backslid against the Lord. I'm back. All right. And she be doing the most shouting. All right. They be like, there, Lord. They be crying. I've been filled. I want all my sins all washed away. I've been redeemed. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for delivering me. I appreciate you, Lord. Lord, it's been hard out here. I was a hoe. I was a 304. I was selling the punani. I was out there doing the devil's work. I was doing it. I was getting pimped out. I was getting pandered. And they done come back. I'd have been out there getting Lily Lick, coca up the nose. People just poke cocoa off my booty cheeks. Yep, they be jumping around, passing out, Lord, speaking in tongues. Oh, they was out there getting cheeks clizzap. Orgies, gangbangs, trains. Them the ones you gotta be like, and she be jumping up and down, and them titties be, all right, you be like, ooh, little sister here. Come on, sister, right here. Go with Brother Odell over there. Brother Odell gonna lay hands on you. Come here, sister. Oh, you a God-fearing woman. I see God in you. I see God. And she's like, yeah, I'm back. I just need a couple of weeks. Oh, sister, you can come over at my house. We have private Bible study on Thursday night, sister. Oh, you can come on over here, Sister Jenkins, and we can do a little Bible study. Yeah, we'll do a one-on-one Bible study. Yeah, Deacon Clap Cheeks come over there. Deacon Clap Cheeks, nah, baby, brother, I come over here. I got Bible study on Fridays. I'll bring you over there. 100%. Them the ones that be out there. The sisters that come in there on fire, they really be coming in on fire, all right? They be out there. Them peacefully be. Yep, she done her dirt. She need to come back to the Lord. The final form. All right, anyway. Oh, man. Shout out to our brother Angry Little Dude. Says, Sensei, you subsided my anger. Your knowledge is unmatched. Shout out to you, brother, man. And this is knowledge. Appreciate you, man. Get rid of that red pill rage, right? Subside that anger and get back to it. We need to get back to it and get into it. Right here. Ooh-wee. All right, ladies are mad right here. You're getting everybody, coach. You're just attacking everybody. Not everybody's like that. All right. Oh, Vans is in the building. What happened to you? Oh, okay. I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I'll try to. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what happened. I was on vacation, Ninja. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We'll get you. And then when you get with this woman, boy, I tell you, man, you get with them Christian woman and that demon come out, that Jezebel, that spirit of Lilith come out, and you get with her and you be like, this is again, when people like body count don't matter, but you marry one of these girls. Where's the girl?
Okay, so I think.
All right, let me turn her volume down real quick. Let me turn her volume down. This girl right here. So this is a Christian woman. She done repackaged that punani, and then all of a sudden you give her a chance and she be licking and slurping you up. You like, sister, is this a Christian thing to do, sister? Sister, you look like you good at this. She be licking it up, but peacefully be bubbling because we all turn into a demon when them legs start to part. All right. Ain't no hiding that. You get, hey man, to have intimacy, you got to have released the demon. All right. You got to get that venom out. All right. You going to really see her speaking in tongues. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you can see sister, I didn't know you was like this out here, sister. Sister, you been on my mind. She be like, do the nasty stuff that I like. Oh, because as our brother said, our brother Chris Rock said this. There's a difference between sex. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's a difference between fucking and intercourse. Right? There's intercourse, which is what married people have, and then there's fucking. All right. Most of us are demons out here. I'm out here fucking. I ain't doing no intercourse. All right. So it's hard to do that when you marry. Married people, speak up. You notice no married people in here be talking. Where the married people at? Not me. All right. I'll be out here doing the nasty. All right. Anyway, let's get back to this show. Let's get back to this part of the show. It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, it's an evil world we live in out here. All right, what do we got here? We have, apparently, allegedly, this is the father. It says, and there's a caption here, but father reacts to Thanksgiving dinner provided by his OF daughter. All right, you know what that is, and look at dad. All right, look at dad. Dad looking kind of crazy here. All right, let's see what we got.
Dad, do you like your food?
Did you cook it?
No.
Did you have anything to do with this?
Yeah. I paid for it.
While sucking dick?
Oh, the humanity.
Is that like what you're still doing?
Oh no.
Dad, you can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't want any.
I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
No.
It's disgusting. I want no part of it. And if you had any.
You don't have to have a part in it.
There's a reason your mother isn't even here. And you're lucky that I even showed up tonight.
You had to ruin everything.
Oh no.
Oh, the humanity.
Shout out to Dad. Oh no, not the old daughter. All right. All right, apparently this is a skit. All right, apparently this is a skit. All right, but yeah, you know, the internet is real sometimes. They did a caption down there. It says right here, I don't know if this is true. He's not her dad. This old guy is Alan S., a Twitch streamer who has a criminal record of beating women. All right, there's a ton of drama about Alan and his wife, Victoria. At one point, Victoria lied about being raped. I mean, this is a reader's context. All right, how did this get posted under here? How does this even get posted under stuff like this? Is this one person posting this? All right, so do people just get to say whatever they want? All right, but yeah, that definitely is going to be a skit out there to boost up her OnlyFans present. And there she is. She about to blimp up. She going to be a blimper when she grow up. You can tell, man, she going to gain a lot of weight. Look at that meathead. All right, she going to gain a lot of weight under one impregnation there, right there. All right, so yeah, that's going to be a skit right there. But hey, doesn't mean, hey, 3 million women. Well, it's not just women. I did some background. 3 million. We're going to say the majority of women are OnlyFans. There's 3 million pages. 3 million, guys. You guys got to realize Instagram didn't get that much hype when it came up. 3 million content creator on OnlyFans. 3 million. All right, it's an evil world we live in. We have this right here, and this is kind of a video. This is a video of some sisters, and it says right here, when we start to use our own money and realize how expensive we are. This is one thing that I've been trying to tell a lot of people here. All right, so let's play the video. There's some music here, but let's see what we got.
Would you go ahead and just cry?
All right, so that's pretty much the video right here, but this does come up into a talking point that I make all the time, is that women are expensive. This is why they are the majority broke.
Let you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
All right, and so what's happening is that what they'll do is they'll try to unload their financial burden onto men in some particular way, through marriage, through whatever it is, however that burden is released, whether it's legal or illegal, they'll unload that burden. Now, what they'll do is they'll say to the man, and this is an example of all women have thought of this, thought of something like this. If I had a guy that was able to take care of my obligations, I would be able to live stress-free, or I would live the soft girl era and be treated in my feminine, the divine feminine. So if a guy took that burden off, I can actually focus on being feminine. Well, the guy is then burdened with $3,500 worth of her expenses. So then she can afford to give her wig maintenance and her nails and whatever she does. Zoe, tell us what you guys do.
Hair, makeup, esthetician, facials, vagina waxing, everything. That is all independent.
All right, so that's all independence to Zoe. So then what'll happen is, even on the dates, why can't guys just pay for a date? Well, a date could be $250, $300, depending on where you live. If you live in Tupelo, Mississippi, it can be $75 at the ground round. All right, or the pig and whistle, or the Piggly Wiggly. All right, so yeah, it can be cheap, but if you're living in a main city, you're talking about $250, and that's just to get the dinners. All right, that's not including the valet or the parking or the transportation, the gas. It can add up pretty quick. And so they're like, why aren't men paying for dates? Well, then you multiply that by 1, 2, 3 times a week, or 3 different dates, then 4 weeks out of the month, in a 12 calendar month year, it adds up fast. All right, it adds up fast. So when women say, I'll do all by myself, then they get this epiphany, this wake up. Wow, why is everything so expensive? All right, and so when they go out, what do? They go out with their girls, they order the cheapest shit. They'll wait till they on the date with you to order the shit that they want or to try a restaurant that they want to try out. I want to try this new restaurant out. But of course, they wouldn't pay for themselves to go to the restaurant. And when they do, they find out, shit, $175 can add up pretty quickly, even if you're eating jasmine rice and chicken skewers. Couple of drinks of wine. Guys, the alcohol alone is what really gets you. And so they're asking why guys ain't paying. Paying to get to know you? I'm not even getting no punani, right? I'm getting nothing out of it. And I'm not even getting you. Let's just take the sex off the table. I'm not even getting you to date me exclusively. And I'm going to burn through $300. Now, remember the sister who tried to deny me. Okay. Remember the sister that tried to deny me earlier today when I said all women have dreamed about going on a shopping spree, right? Even through Walmart or Target, all right? But all women have dreamed, and the one sister said, that's not true, not me. I just dreamed to be taken to a fabulous, extravagant vacation. Now, this sister is always here, and I called her out. That is even worse. That could be 10 times worse than a shopping spree. Like going on a nice vacation. I take you to Santorini, Greece. $1,500 for the ticket. All right, the plane tickets. That's times 2. So that's going to be $3,000 plus all of your bag fees to take all of your hair dryers and your hair equipment and your wigs and your shoes and your dresses. So 2 bag fees on the airplane, $3,500 just to get to Santorini. Now you want to go, 5-6 days? We got to go on the boat, dinner cruise. We got to go eat at the 5-star restaurant. We got to stay at the nice hotel. And you probably want to stay up there where all the picturesque views are. So now I'm down $5,000 on the hotel. Plus I add all the food. Shit, I'm down short $15,000. All right. It has, dude, vacations are that is the pitfall. Then she shows up. Damn, I know you're going to be mad at me. What? I just started my period. She on the plane. Y'all didn't cross the Atlantic Ocean. Now she caught her period. Now she caught her period because everything's times 2. All right. Plus you got all the hotel shit, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then all the drinks every night because she about to drink like a fish. All right. You're going to spend about $150 in drinks per night. And then she show up. God dang. I was hoping this didn't happen. I done caught my period. After the first night, you eat out. First good meal out, she got bubble guts. Damn. My diarrhea acting up. I need the Pepto-Bismol, the Tums. She twists her ankle. I twist my ankle walking up the hill on Santorini. Right? It's, dude, people don't realize that. And but for our generation, for some reason, men's supposed to pay off for this shit. Right? Men's supposed to be just, oh yeah, take an extra person with me and double the cost? Sure. Why not? I mean, I could have traveled by myself and when they got $500 worth of punani when I was there. But I'll take you. Extra plane ticket. Just taking you on excursions, wining and dining you. Why not? What's the big deal? What's $20,000? What's $15,000? Right down the goddamn to bring sand to the beach. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. I would have won a shopping spree. I could have took you on the shopping spree for $3,000 and it would have been cheaper. It would have been cheaper. Let's go. $3,000. Hurry up. Bitch, you got 1 hour. Right? Let's go. That would have been way cheaper. And I would have got them guts. So anyway. Somebody says, get married. This story is real. Facts. People think I'm making these stories up. These are real stories. You take your wife to Turks and Caicos, it's about to be a waste of money. An absolute waste. You could have went and got a Caribbean queen instead of went to Turks with your wife. And you could have went to another country and touched on a whole nother group of women that speak a language you know nothing about. Instead, you brought sand to the beach, ass ninjas. Tell me I ain't lying. Tell me I ain't lying, man. It's an evil world out here, brothers, man.
It's an evil world we live in.
Women like, take me on a trip. Yep, I want to go somewhere. Take me somewhere fantastic. Oh, you mean an extra $7,500? What was I thinking? I didn't have any other woman that would possibly want to go. You're the first one to ask. Nobody else has ever asked. I got $7,500 to blow, right? Why not?
It's an evil world we live in.
All for some possible pussy. Or I could go by myself, take that $7,500 and lose my mind in some Greek punani. All right. 8 bitches in my hotel room, touching on my toes, my ankles, my legs, my balls, my meat, all of that. My chest, rubbing my chest. All right. I can have 70 of local prime calico. Or I can take you and get 2 pieces of sex and a dick suck. Oh man, let me think about this. This is $7,500, you say, for 2 pieces of sex, bubble guts, diarrhea, complaining, shit that I don't want to do, buying knickknacks, carrying your bags. Oh, hell yeah. Yep. Attitude. Don't want to do nothing. Hey, why not?
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
Why not? Sounds like a great, sightseeing, sweating outside. Yeah, I'll take you. All right, anyway. It's crazy, isn't it? But it's real. All right, but anyway, the whole point of it is right there. When we start to use our own money and realize how expensive we are. I would love to see the comments. This woman says, my first comment, where are the bitch-ass ninjas? Where are the bootlickers? All right, I'm going to read the first comment. Are you guys going to be okay? You are. Brittany says, my man told me I need to date myself for a month because I'm Delulu. Yep. Why don't you ever take me out, bitch? All right, let's not get into when I'm on vacation. There you go right there. These are women, by the way. Girl, I paid my Uber the other day and I almost cried. Yep. That's why I always use girl math and stay Delulu. This woman, I don't want to find out. That's why men always trying to get into your bottom right here. This is, you ain't lying. Appetizers cost as much as an entree now. Dang. I'm too expensive for myself. All right, look at all these people confirming right here. All the comments confirming. Me every day since I'm single. All right, there you go right there. There you go right there. They're figuring it out. They're figuring it out. All right, and for men, they figured it out. Why? Because we going straight to the tap. We going right to the watering hole. All right, ninjas ain't trying to pick up. Oh, okay, not no possible for some possible sex. All right, maybe I'll get with you in a couple of weeks. Here's some guaranteed right at the water hole. Here we go, watering hole, bitch. Come here. Right there. All right, way cheaper. And when I'm done, she leaves. All right. Nobody going on dates like that no more. All right, the dating industry is collapsing. And all signs point to this one. Here's another one right here, coach. I don't pay. This guy allegedly says, I'm sorry, but I'm depleted. Dating a 10 is not for the weak. Seriously. Again, even Chad and Tyrone know that they got to pay. All right, so let's see this right here. All right, the woman that he says is a 10. Wait a minute, 448 messages? Oh, my Lord. The 10 is right here. Oh, my. And it says right here, please don't forget to return the shirt, baby. If you love me, you would send me $150. Says, bae, I seriously think you need to find another ninja. I quite literally can't fund the lifestyle you want. I'm sorry. Okay, so he's tapping out. And they did release a chart on this one. So I don't have the chart. I thought this had the chart. But apparently there was a screen grab of all the cash apps. All right. Again, a lot of people have 10 in mind. I can't call it. All right. But when you're dating up, and it didn't look like a sugar baby thing, but she certainly was asking for a lot of cash. They showed the screen grabs of all of the statements, right? All of the payments. And it was adding up. First, it was nickel and diming. It was like 5, 10, 50, 50, 70, 30. It was like these type of things. But then they would go up 700 here, then 800, then back over here. So I don't know what type of relationship they had. But yeah, it happens like that. It happens like that. And men will swear up and down. I don't pay, coach. Who posted it? The chart is on locals? Yeah, I did, but somebody got to post it again because I can't go dig for it. Pause. All right, in the middle of the show. It's probably like on 5 pages back. All right, so somebody post it on locals if you can. But yeah, man, you know, these women have long not lived off their own money. Trust me. All right, and this is not just a certain type of woman. These aren't just poor women. I know women that come from good backgrounds that do this. All right, their job is to not spend any of their money. All right, but definitely the apex predators. Yeah, there was a couple I posted it on Discord. All right, let's see if we can get it live. Shout out to Maury. Let me see if I do have my Discord here. All right, we'll do it live. Let's see here. Let's see. You can pull it up. Did somebody pull it up here? Oh, that's another one. All right, so I'll wait for you to post it on Discord. Okay, is there more Evil World? Okay, Evil World we live in. This is more some court action here. We have a ex-husband's wife is not happy about child support enforcement garnishing their checks. Oh, no. Okay, so here we go right here. Listen to this.
I don't understand why you think all your problems are my problems, Emily. They're not. You do.
We did not want $300 of each paycheck going to you.
That has nothing to do with me, though. Call the Child Support Enforcement Office, Emily.
They will not do anything until we go to court.
Then I can't.
But I just thought, since you have the money and you know what, you know that we have lived in a homeless shelter for over 6 months. We're not anymore. I dug myself out by my fucking skin of my teeth.
Are y'all not working? Like y'all both have jobs? Because I'm assuming like I don't understand.
Yes, Brooke, I work 12-hour days. I bust my ass.
These some country white folks right here, definitely on the side of Georgia. What side of Georgia is this right here? Florida for sure. All right, but yeah, and you can see the woman is trying to act like, oh, and what's going on over there? But she's really laughing at them behind their back. But yes, this is a guy. This is the original Red Pill group. Just so you guys know, and you guys think you know shit because you watched a couple of Fresh and Fit episodes. Y'all don't know shit. I've been in this space way longer than y'all, and I know all of this shit behind the scenes that y'all don't know. All right, but anyway, let me tell y'all, this is the original Red Pill. This type of conversation was the original Red Pill. It had to do with married men who got divorced and remarried. All right, before all of this don't get married talk, this is the original Red Pill called MRA, the men's rights activists. The original Red Pill were husbands who got divorced, raped, remarried, and their wives had to suffer at the hands of the first wife. That was the original Red Pill. Okay, it wasn't the PUAs. PUAs kind of came in secondly. All right, and then the MGTOWs came in after the PUAs got exposed, all right, for what they were, but they got revived through younger guys, and now you guys are watching the revival. Okay, but the men's rights activists were the original Red Pill. So what happened was these men would get divorced, and the divorce would go bad. Okay, the divorce would go bad, and then the first ex-wife would almost destroy the second marriage because child support issues or the second wife's income would be considered in the household income, and they would get destroyed by the first wife. And then they started to try to get, shout out to Paul Elam, yes, legendary MRA. And these men got scared off the Red Pill. They was like, whoa, because people were calling them everything they called the MGTOWs later. Right? They hated women. They destroyed the family. They probably cheated. They're bitter and hurt. Right? These are original guys, and they wanted nothing to do with hating women. But they got it bad. All right. And these were almost guys, old white dudes. Right? They got divorce raped like bad in the family court, like in the 90s divorce raping. Today, y'all ain't getting divorce raped like that. These men lost everything, and then what they would do is get married again. And then the second wife would be going in on the first wife. And the second wife would always be like, we need to change the marriage laws because it's not fair that we're being affected by the first wife. Okay, so that was the original Red Pill. It had nothing to do with yelling at women and calling them whores, and that's y'all new shit going on. All right. Yep. That's the new shit. That's why I'm looking at this space now and I just shake my head. I'm like, this space is lost. All right. It has nothing to do with what really matters. All right. Now we're just trying to make people feel good by downing other people. I don't think if we continue that, there's no point. We continue that. But this is an example of why the space was created. This was the first level of the MRA.
Then why are you complaining about this money that Jeff owes to his kids?
He doesn't owe you $600 a goddamn month. That's ridiculous.
No, I'm talking about
it. Pay your fucking house payment, Brooke.
It's stupid. That's what that's the whole point, though. Like they.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
Could you survive if somebody took $600 of your salary a month?
Yes, I could.
Could you survive?
Yes, I could.
No, you fucking.
Want to know why? You want to know why? Because I work together with Dakota. We work together in regards to our finances to make sure everything and everybody in our household and everything that we own is taken care of.
All right, and so she's saying we make sure everything, but I think she's married. The first wife's married again, I'm supposing, and she says we take care of all of our expenses, blah blah blah. But you're doing that by taking from the first house, right? So you got a whole nother man supporting you and help raising the kids and splitting custody time with the parent, but he's over there, you're over there making them homeless, and she don't care, guys. They don't care, guys. Even if another woman's being downed in that system. They don't care. And she's loving it. By the way, this is nothing but bitterness on the baby mama's part. She knows she's destroying them. So now it's like, hey, I got me a husband, and now your marriage ain't working out. You thought you was going to leave me and get you a new wife, and now look at y'all asses. So she's loving it. She's loving it. So the system is F no matter what. But yeah, this was the original red pill for people that didn't know. All right, there were dating coaches as well during this time, but this is the original group, the MRAs. All right, they kicked it off for everybody, and men followed them. And by the way, all of the things that we take credit for, including myself, where we say, hey, I said that, and I came up with that. The MRAs were the ones that put in the work to give you the statistics on marriage and divorce. All right, they were the original ones, the Paul Elams. There was another woman, Diana Davidson, and there was another white woman. Diana Davidson was a lesbian chick, all right, and she's out of Canada, all right, and she used to be lethal with it. And there's another white woman, I can't remember her name, maybe you guys know her, that they used to come on here, and YouTube used to kick these people off, all right. So there was another white woman, I think her name is Sandra something, I can't remember her, but I used to listen to her back in 2015, 2016. All right, these women, Karen Strawn, that's her, Karen Strawn, yeah, I knew it. Yeah, Karen Strawn. She used to put it down. There was another white woman. She was like an old white woman. Well, I call her old. She would have been old for me. She was like in her 40s or 50s. And then, yeah, I can't remember the other girl's name. Janice. Yeah, she does some stuff with Paul Elam. So anyway, Karen Strawn and Diana Davidson. Diana Davidson was this lesbian chick, but she was like, she would go in on the family court in divorce and marriage, in relationships with men and women. She would talk that shit back in the day, 2015, 2016. And Karen Strawn and Paul Elam. These are the big dudes. Sorry, pause. These are the big people of the red pill space. All right, before the space became Jerry Springer. All right, so just so you know, I'm coming from a time where this space was nothing like this, where you see what's going on now. Are they still around? I think Paul Elam's still around. I mean, if he's on YouTube still. All right, I'm not sure. A lot of these people got kicked off. All right, they didn't want none of the stuff they were putting up on the internet. And then we got another one, and then we're going to get to the second main event here. We got this woman out here. It's the evil world we live in. Oh, we don't need the volume here. A Texas woman arrested after she left her toddler home alone to meet hinge date 150 miles away. And shout out to Susan Banker, too. She's kind of new, if I'm not mistaken, but we're talking about like the OGs. There it is. Texas woman arrested right here. She left her toddler home alone to meet hinge date 150 miles away. She looks like some of the girls I saw up in Park City, Utah. all right, skiing this weekend. All right, but let's see what we got right here. Her name is Renee Louise Meyer, age 25, is being charged with abandonment and endangering a child. The Killeen Police Department found her 16-month-old protruding from the window at an apartment complex. Myers told police that she drove 3 hours away to visit a man she met on a dating site, Hinged. Oh, my goodness.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, man. Mommy of the year right here. All right, Yodelay hee-hoo. Killeen, Texas. That's West Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Where's Killeen? If I'm not mistaken, is that outside of... No, that's East Texas. Is Killeen outside of Houston or Dallas? I think it's outside. Let me see here. Maybe it's in West Texas. See where we are at on the map here. See where we're at. You guys probably know where Killeen... Let's see here. Austin. All right, it's between Austin and Fort Worth. Okay. All right. Yeah, so she must be in Austin. So it's outside of Austin area. All right, so shout out to Austin, Texas. I guess she might be a California transplant, looking like Yodelay hee-hoo. Yodelay hee-hoo. All right. Mommy of the year. So between Dallas and Fort Worth and Austin. So somewhere around that area. Yodelay hee-hoo. All right, she went out there from Austin to go to Killeen. Or maybe vice versa. So maybe she went down to Austin to get digged down by somebody out there. Mommy of the year right here. All right, let me get to some super chats. Maybe we won't. Let me do the next show. Let me do the next one, and we'll end off with Deion Sanders. Granny got her a young man. The double standard out here. All right, double standard out here. What do you think about this? Great debate, they call it on TSR, the Shade Room. Would you care if your 68-year-old grandmother is dating a man over 40 years younger than her? All right, we got the champagne ready to go. All right.
He's 26.
So what
That's
happened?
really what happened. So then, that's her
How old
date.
are you, Kim?
What this is? Tell her how old you is.
Kim, how old are you?
I'm 68. And her boyfriend's 26.
How old is your boyfriend?
Ask the picture. No.
How old is he?
26. You know, 26.
And what you say y'all did?
I just said we met in the middle. She hurried up. She hid.
No, wait.
I said he's mature and I'm childlike, so we can meet in the middle.
To wrap you in.
Look at them nails.
My warm embrace.
Ooh, look at them fingers. Good Lord. Them fingers pointing north, south, east, and west. You know how much fried chicken that woman has made with them fingers? You know how much, look, she got arthritis in them fingers. Them fingers got arthritis. Oh, I can imagine what the knees look like. Hands on your knees. All right, man, bruh. This brother.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And by the way, she does look good for 68. She's not, I mean, she just looks old. She looks like she's from another generation, a boomer. All right, but she got arthritis in them knuckles. Ooh, she been playing a lot of pinochle and bid whisk and shit with them hands. She done slapped a lot of spades and played dominoes with them hands.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Ooh-wee. All right, goodness gracious. We met in the middle.
But I didn't.
I hope this is not the guy out here. This might be the son. All right, this not the humanity. All right, he grinning.
Niggas always gotta show they teeth.
I hope this is not the man they're talking about because he looks mighty happy, boy. He looks pleased with himself.
He likes stuff like that. He's 26.
All right, and them eyes tell you, man, oh, she did it. She is not lying about it. All right, somebody hitting that bottom. Ooh wee. The way she looking, you know when they looking like this that they guilty. All right, because they not saying nothing. They just letting you say it. All right, just looking around. All right, she just looking around. She guilty as hell.
True. So what
That's
happened?
really what happened. So
Yep, that's the face. Ooh, she did it, man.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
She did it. She's about to start sucking the meat out of her teeth.
yeah, that's her
How old
date.
are you, Kim?
Oh, wait, so,
Tell her how old you is.
Kim,
how old you is? Look, she's swallowing. Mm-hmm.
how old are you?
I'm 68.
She does look good for 68. I will give her that. All right, she doesn't look bad for 68. I've seen a lot of way worse look women at 68. All right, so she does look good for 68. I mean, I don't know what her body looks like.
Her boyfriend's 26.
How old is her boyfriend?
And you know when she ain't looking? This woman is guilty as charged. She ain't even looking and trying to entertain the conversation. She trying to look at her sandwich and pick up her sandwich and shit. She did it.
Ask Keisha. No.
Yo, this is a disgrace. Ask Keisha. I ain't said nothing. Ask Keisha. That's you talking. I ain't said a damn thing around here. All right, that's y'all putting in my business. All right, stay out of grown folk business. Ask Keisha, though. All right, but you ain't said nothing but a thing on the chicken wing on the string. Yeah, she guilty. And she a old skeezer. This is why y'all ninjas be like, traditional women used to respect their husband. And they used to not be out here slapping and fornicating. And traditional women, they love sex with one man. All right, and look at her. That's your traditional woman.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, that's your traditional woman, these nasty freaks. What did I tell you about the elder women? They're supposed to be the ones correcting women, but they too busy out here hoeing.
Oh, the humanity.
Right, somebody said she looked like Bill Cosby with the Jell-O pudding pop in his mouth. Pause. All right, but these old skis are supposed to be putting these new skeezers, you get them in check out here, but they out here skeezing out here in these streets.
In these streets.
All right. Yeah, look at her. Ooh, guilty mama out here. You nasty girl. They out here like, what? Ninja Slinging Johnson?
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, how old is it?
And look at his big thing. Wow, look at his wig.
26.
That's a big sister.
26.
And what you say y'all did?
What you say y'all did? Oh, it got nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, it got nasty. It got slippery and wet. She didn't been that wet in a minute. What y'all say y'all did? Stay out of grown folk business.
I just said we met in the middle. She hurried up. She hid.
No, wait.
I said he's mature and I'm childlike, so we can meet in the middle. But I didn't. But he's not.
Oh, this ninja look guilty or something too right here. This ninja.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
This ninja look guilty about something. All right, you know a little too much to be smiling and chinning and grinning right there.
Niggas always gotta show they teeth.
Yep. Oh, hey man, listen. Millennials and Gen X opened up this sexual express highway. And you don't think these grannies, they ain't missing out. All right, they not missing out. They wanted to be the hoes out in the open that they always wanted to be. All right, they used to have to put it behind closed doors, but this ninja look too happy.
Niggas always gotta show they teeth.
Yeah. And them young girls, that's some of they men out here, coach. Hey, man, but the double standard is absolutely ridiculous. All right, look at her. The double standard is, look, it says grandma fine as F y'all haters. It says when you look that good, you can date any age you want. Look at the double standard here. Look at the women. All right, so women, I thought we were pedophiles out here. I thought that was a child. I thought their brainstem didn't develop. But now look at the women. Guys, this is why I always tell you, the reason why I wanted to do this story is to tell you to date whoever the hell you want. If you want to date, if you're a black man, you want to date white women. If you are a white guy and you want to date ling-lings, okay? If you're an older man and you want to date younger women, do not let these people take your fun out of your life. Because when it's on their watch, look how they overlook the whole thing. Look at the double standard now. What about he's a predator? She's a predator. He's grooming her. He's only dating her. Wait, she's only dating him because she can't get men their age. Where did all that go? Where did all that go? Well, they only dating younger girls because he can't get women their age. So it's a red flag. Okay, where's the red flags at over here? 68 and 26. You see the double standard. This is why I always tell you, do not ever let them talk you out of your joy. All right? Let her live her best life. Look at this. This is true hypocrisy. Yep, Leonardo DiCaprio catches all this hell. Let her live her best life. How many men do they allow this 68-year-old man with a 26-year-old woman? Will they say that? No, they don't say that. Okay, this person says, but if the roles were reversed, of course. Okay, women in the room, let's hear this double standard. Of course, she's beautiful, yes. One thing I do know is they drink well. Yeah, okay, she looks good for her age. Let's see if anybody else. Mind your business, that's a fact. Granny here for a good time, not a long time. He's too young for her. I'm 31 and I want next. Oh. But anyway. My son is 25. Ain't no way I'm going to be with someone remotely close to his age. Okay. Looks like my mom. She's 68. Yeah, she looks good at 68. This woman definitely does. All right, I'll give her that. I mean, that's well-preserved 68. All right, especially in the face, right? She looks, I mean, there's a lot of younger women that look way worse than this. I'm 21 with a 40-year-old. Oh, I was 21 with a 40-year-old, then 29 with a 50-year-old. Again, I mean, they're celebrating this. I was 19 with a 41-year-old cougar. Okay, here we go right here. I was 18 with a 45-year-old woman. Here we go. Everybody admitting the crimes. It says the same goes for older men and women. It says right here, dating someone old enough to be, it means to mean your, all right, it says to be your grandchild is predatory behavior. It says anyone condoning this is sick too. If this was a man, these comments would be very different. All right, so there you go right there. We have a woman that says exactly, this shit is sick right there, preach. And then 26-year-old is a grown man. Should be finished with a degree and well into your career at that age unless you're a man child. All right, so interesting. I think they're way less in, I guess they're way more accepting that it's an older woman. For me, I mean, I even think if I'm 68, I don't think I wouldn't be messing with 20-year-olds. Now, if I am, it is what it is. All right, because I'm nowhere near 68. I'm getting close, though. All right, but that would be, I would have 20 more years. If I'm still messing with 20-year-olds, yeah, that probably could be like, I probably still will be doing it, but that's neither here nor there. All right, but the double standards are shining through. That's why, again, I'm unapologetic the way I move. All right, because if I'm up here and they start talking about the women I'm dating, they were like, you pedophile. I actually saw a guy. Remember that redhead dude? He was talking about he wanted to date 18 and 19-year-olds and everybody went crazy. All right, where they at on this woman? Where? So if it's bad for everybody, it's bad for everybody. But of course, what we're seeing is when men are the victims of predatory behavior, nobody talks about it. It's only predatory when the men do it. I can't imagine, let me just say this. I can't imagine having sex with a 68-year-old woman. I'm going to say that. So let's say if I'm 68, am I still messing with 20-year-olds? Probably not. But what I'm not going to do is banging a 68-year-old woman. Now, that is what I'm not going to be doing. I can almost guarantee that ain't going to happen. Okay? Somebody said divide your age by 2, add 7. I've actually debunked that theory. All right, because number one, it came out of nowhere. That is, I call that a simp theory. We call that simp math. All right, that Kim, where does that scientifically line up? Does that line up when people live to age 35 as a max age? All right, when Achilles lived to 35, do we go half our age and add 7? All right, that's not that math doesn't line up with anything nature-wise. Because most women at that age historically could not produce children. All right, so what the fuck is that? I call it simp math. Right here. What if you wanted to have kids and your wife died in delivering a child? Am I gonna go? I'm in my 40s and I'm a half my age and add 7 and get a woman whose womb is barren? Right. That's not a good judgment. That means nothing. That's there's no science behind that. That's just basically, I call that convenience, because that still penalizes older men. Because now I got to go 25 plus 7. Now I'm in danger zone. Kevin Samuels, right? Now I'm in 32, 34, 36-year-old woman. No. Definitely somebody in their older 30s. No, give me somebody. No. That just talks men out of having 20-year-old girls. That's all that does. Because if you're in your late 40s, you're out of 20-year-old with the simp math. All right, so I don't believe in that equation. I know people will talk about that equation. I don't believe in that equation at all. All right, because that talks me out of the girls right there in my prime zone. Anyway. Who? Okay, anyway. Now I'm getting married to some 32-year-old woman.
And that's you.
All right. I don't want no 32-year-old woman. I mean, not that I would target one. I mean, I wouldn't target a woman at that age. 32, I call it the last call. That's when they're trying to, with a 32-year-old woman, I had that, I had these talking points before other talking points became famous. So I had this chart, and then another chart took its precedence, and then you guys start going with this one. But I had a chart where in 2019, 2020, I called this the last call. All right. Now, it then switched to the danger zone when Kevin Samuels became popular. But my chart actually said the last call. Well, shout out to Kevin Samuels. But this is the last call. Okay. Which means, in effect, this is when they.
And that's you.
All right. What happens is they know this is it. All right. This is inherently going to be it. So what do? They repackage themselves. They go, this is the last ditch attempt to get a man. Let me explain it. To get a man that doesn't have kids, that's never been married, and that they can get to the aisle as fast as possible. That's why I call it the last call. Once they go past 35 to 30, 32 to 35, once they go past that, most of the men that they're going to get are divorced, already had kids. All right. That maybe on the first, second, or third marriage. All right. So it's Hail Mary time by the time you get to 35, but really you're at last call. 28 to 32, last call. All right. So these are the women that are trying to get men that are not tainted. Once they get to 35 and up, they're getting divorcees and men that have got divorced great and right. Shared custody, single fathers, no more young bucks gone. All right, so that's why it's the last call, 28 to 32. Well, if I do the simp math, right quick. All right, I'm 49. I turned 49, and I divide by 2, and I add 7. That's 31. Now I'm getting.
And that's you.
All right, Hail Mary time. All right, she turning in from last call into Hail Mary. Where she trying to get off the street. She don't want to sell no more pussy, right? She don't want to go out no more. She want to settle down. And she might, but that age, they're trying to get a man that hasn't been married yet. Anyway. They're trying to get somebody that they can taint instead of somebody that has been tainted. So I had a whole philosophy around that chart, but then another chart became more prominent, and it is what it is. All right, but it's the last call. All right, anyway, and these women, the last call women, they try to get married in 6 months, right? They're doing the 90-day no fucking. They're trying to get married in 6 months or at least engage in 6 months. They're trying to get married within a year, and then they're trying to pop out 2, 3, 4 babies. All right, quickly, maybe 2 babies, not 3 or 4. They're trying to get them 1 and 2 babies out, and then you're going to get divorced. All right, or you'll be stuck, and then she'll be doing this. She'll be on TikTok talking like this. Where's the woman here? She'll be on TikTok talking like this woman. Right? She turned her life over to Christ. She got married. Now sex is a chore. All right? Because she got pregnant real quick, pushed out a baby, and now irritable, postpartum depression, then another pregnancy. Now she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Now she doesn't want to have sex with you no more. All right? You got married, and then she's reconsidering. She wants to go out and party. There's girl trips and shit. They out here hoeing. And then she don't want to have dirty sex with you. She wants to go back out there and tempt Brad and Chad and Tyrone.
In these streets.
Yep. 31, 32, they start dating with a purpose. All right. They putting their past behind them and put it under a cloak. And all of the sugar baby activities, they want to come to an end. All right. I don't want to be a sugar baby no more because you got to compete with 18-year-old girls. And now they trying to wrap you up. They trying to, all right, package you up. Let's do this. I'm serious. All right. I'm tired of out here. She coming up to the date like,
is anybody else
just over this hookup culture.
That's why I say that math does not add up. All right, because this woman gonna go jump right into a relationship, both feet in, especially if you're stable and you're an older guy. She going both feet in. Good, you'll do. Come here. All right, I got you right here.
And that's you.
Here, fix this up. Change this about yourself. Hurry up. All right, take me out on the vacation. All right, anyway. And you're going to go through the marriage wheel in 5 years. All right, anyway. Let's get to these chats, and we'll do Deion Sanders. Pause. We'll do the main event for Deion. So I stay away with that. I stay away from that. I stay away from that half my age in ad 7. Meaning, like, that's not my sweet spot. My sweet spot right at 22 to 25. All right. That's my sweet spot right there. All right. Anyway. Now, that doesn't mean I exclude all other women's and all other form of dating, but that's my sweet spot right there. Shout out to our brother here, Deshaun Rose, the legendary Deshaun Rose is back in the building. Oh, I did have something else to show. That's what he said. Downey Agent says, this is causing women to backslide to old gender stereotypes and create a hostile division between men. Okay. This is men lack of dating and women's success. All right. Anyway, I might see if we can talk about that article. Okay. It didn't come up. That's what she said. All right. That's what he said. All right. Let me see here. It says, this came out today. Men lack of dating and women's success for Trump's 2024 victory. Okay. Maybe somebody can post the article because I can't see it. It didn't come up for us. Pause. All right. Anyway. Who else? No Government Ain't BH. Shout out to you. Let's see. I got lost. I'm trying to find myself, y'all. Be careful. Be patient. Be patient. Shout out to the Real Fit Style. Says, Coach, I must admit that I was reluctant to join the Money Mindset, but now I look forward to it. It's fantastic. Yo. Shout out to the Money Mindset. Our Money Mindset groups are getting better. Thanks for everybody for joining there. Money Mindset is getting great. If you want to join and get your mindset wrapped around the pursuit of what's important, not in perfecting yourself in dating, you want to get to the leverage and option position. Our Sunday Money Mindset streams have been getting better and better. And by the way, if you join now, you get 75 of the previous streams. You don't get that many with any dating course. All right, not even dating course is that long. Pause. All right, but yo, lots of valuable information in there. The previous 70 streams, plus you catch the live stream on Sunday. We talked last week about who's going to win or lose going forward into 2030 with Trump's victory, and how you can get yourself in a better position to leverage and options. We also talking about how to become a content creator, and those are 2 times a month. So 4 streams each month. And if there's a 5th week, we stream on that week. And you have to do a recurring payment, but it is a great cheap money now. With all that is on the Money Mindset, it's cheap money now. All right, I got to raise the prices on you ninjas. All right, the new people, you guys are good. Your grandfathered in. All right, but next year, we might have to start a lot of these brothers over if you're considering starting in 2025. But the Money Mindset is legit. It came from the Blue Chip Mindset streams that we used to do on YouTube. But a lot of people weren't into that type of information. You guys were into some red pill rage bait. So I took it away from YouTube and put it on Patreon. And we have a good, very good group that watch the Money Mindset. So join over there for sure. It's a great investment in you. All right, so Real Fit Styles, man. And thank you for sharing over there. Abdul says, to the Mitches that refuse to accept reality, please tell them to do this.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They got all the answers, too, don't they? All right, shout out to the answers. We got 2 more. Shout out to Maryland Guy. He says, why would you be banging 20-year-olds at 67? Hugh Hefner was banging. I'm sorry. Why wouldn't you be banging 20 years at 70? Hugh Hefner was banging them at 90. Yeah, I mean, I probably will be. Not to say I don't know if I would target one. But I probably still would be doing it. All right, I'm telling you, man. Listen, I like what I like. All right, him a pedophile, him a predator. One of your daughter, that's somebody's daughter. You know how many daughters I banged that were in their 30s? And I had to look at their father square in their eye. So everybody's somebody's daughter. All right, you're a predator. All right, but nobody had no smoke for that 68-year-old woman with a 20-year-old woman, a 26-year-old man. Nobody cared about that guy, did they? All right, anyway. Shout out to Kayla says, Coach, men don't tend to think that a woman's vagina can age as she's ages well. Would you even want to look at a 60-year-old piece of peace leave? It just depends on what state of mind I'm in. I probably don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at no Huff Muff, 68-year-old Huff Muff. It's not, I wouldn't go about trying to do it. That's the damn truth. I wouldn't go out of my way to make it happen. Right? Anyway. But, you know, most of it looked the same. Most of it about looked the same anyway. But there are some women's out here that is really all messed up. It's all messed up. Right? I ain't trying to look at it.
Did you eat that cat?
I definitely ain't trying to eat that cat neither. All right? I mean, it's the last option. You know, some men get sick on some days. All right, shout out to Maryland guy. Coach, did you see XRP lately? I hope you got you some when it was 40 to 50 cents. Shout out to XRP. To the moon. All right, to the moon. Yeah. I mean, Marcus. I mean, if you a nasty ninja, it don't matter. All right. All right. The old ladies in here, I'll put some on you, Coach. Brrr. They don't want to meow. They be like, brrr. I can say for sure, I've never been with a 68-year-old woman. I have never been with a 68-year-old woman. That is a for certain fact. I can know that. Now, let me go ahead and follow up with this, and we got the main event. Apparently, this is the chart of the cash apps of the gentleman that said that he was dating a 10 and it got too expensive. All right, so apparently these are the cash apps associated with it. And as you can see, there's a lot of nickels and dimes, all right? And it seems to be a daily occurrence. I don't know, $3 here, $5 here. And this is going backwards. So in September, you see every 3 days, there's $60 here, $50 there, $25 here. And there seems to be a $265 or $260 purchase. Oh, it looks like there's some payments back, $25, $20. Don't know what those are. There's really no explanation here. So we're into October. And as you can see, 9, 65, 10, 20. This is nickel and diming. Then there's a total of $750 right here out of 2 days. $5 here, $25 there. 3. Yeah. Looks like they keep coming back. There's a plus and minus 3. I'm not sure what these are about. And so, yes, this is the nickel and dime here. Oh, here we go right here. It says Thursday. I don't know if this is to the same person because I'm seeing some payment received and then sent. Maybe he's transferring it. I can't really tell. Something looks odd about this, though, because there's money being paid back, but then money being sent right back out. All right, but this is him trying to explain that it costs a lot of money to date an attractive woman, which should come with the territory, guys. Attractive women have been known to what? All right, attractive women don't really have to break bread. They don't have to. Not saying that they won't. And by the way, let me just say this right quick. Like, attractive women, we're not talking about regular attractive women. We're talking about 10s. Like, if you're regularly attractive, you still got to put some skin in the game. All right, because women be like, yep, that's totally true, coach. Oh, that's not true. I'm attractive and I pay. You're marginally attractive. The woman here in this case is not a 10. But a lot of you guys, I've had this discussion with a lot of you guys before, and you guys will argue me till the cows come home. Gentlemen, you think you've seen a 10, you have seen no 10s. All right, there's a chance that you've never seen a 10. There's a high chance that you've never seen a 10. Most 10s do not operate and function in your municipality. Your grandfather probably saw 2 to 3 10s his entire fucking life, and he lived for 75, 80 years. He probably saw 3 10s in this entire life. Now, there's your 10, and then there's the standard worldwide chart of a 10. Now, the only 10s that you might see if you don't live in a large municipal area are on the internet. Most of the time, you might not even be attracted to that 10. There might be something that you might find interesting. But this is a woman that can get 20 grand to show up on somebody's boat. 20 grand easy on an off day. These women are reserved for the higher upper echelon men of our world. And beauty standards don't matter. Whatever you think, well, my beauty standard is different. No. When we say 10, we're talking about the world's chart, not your chart. So she might be a 10 to you, but she ain't a 10 to nobody else. The woman doesn't even register on the chart. And a lot of women will sit up there and be like, yes, coach, I totally get it because I'm a 10. And no, you're not. You know, there's no 10s watching me right now. All right. They're making more money. They're not watching me. They're in Monaco sleeping in bed with some rich guy. They're not watching me. They wouldn't be attracted to even anything I'm talking about because it doesn't register in their world. All right. There's no 10 females watching me. 0. They're being sold. It's kind of like A's. You get an A, there's only so many people that have A's. This is the bell-shaped curve. If there's a lot of A's, there's something wrong with the grading. The grading chart doesn't make sense. There should be a small representative of people who actually got an A. Sacrificed. They studied every day. They read. Now, if people marginally studied and then somehow stumbled upon a couple of good grades, they shouldn't get an A. All right, they stumble upon that A. But there's only a handful of 10s. If we give everybody a 10, then 10 means nothing. With that being said, my original point is 10s are monetized. They belong to everybody that can afford them. Right there. Okay. 10s belong to whoever can afford them. They're all monetized. And in fact, you've never really seen one. And that's number one. Number two, 10s don't look like 10s all the time. So what you might tend to see in Tennessee, you might tend to see a 10, but she's not dressed up like a 10. She ain't dressed up. She coming from hot yoga. She coming from Pilates. She in sandals with her feet out. Okay, she in some leggings and a oversized hooded sweatshirt as to not see you starving ninjas be all on their neck. That's number one. Yep, they got the hat all over their head. They got the glasses. They're very unsuspecting. They ain't got makeup, no hair. In fact, they look great with very little makeup. That's number 1, 2, and 3. Yep. The next thing about 10s is that they don't come outside when you're outside. So you and me, we're ham and eggers. We work all seasons at the same time, and we get off of work at the same time. So we up 6:30, brushing our teeth, flossing, eating our ham and eggs for breakfast, oatmeal. You eating your Spam, and you get in your car, and you commute in traffic. You sit up there by 9 o'clock. You get there, and you take your little key card, and you punch it on the door like this, and then they get beep, and then you walk in. All right, and you get up the elevator, you go to the 5th floor, and you take your sack lunch, and you sit down and lose your soul until 5 o'clock. Then after 5 o'clock, you get off, you round up all your shit, and then you get in the car, you commute back home, and you go home. You get home at 6:30, you drop all your shit, you lay on the couch. Ham and eggers. Women who are 10s don't work on that schedule. Them bitches don't get out of bed till 10:30. Then they go do they 3 little errands, come back home 2 o'clock. Take a nap. You done missed her. You been at the job. She takes a nap. All right. Wakes up. Checks all of her social media DMs. She goes through drama. She goes through 8 series of emotions. She worries about her skin breaking out with a pimple. Then she gets ready for her date. After she exfoliates her skin and does a Brazilian blowout. Then she goes to her date 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 while y'all getting home and taking the shit. All right. And getting ready to go to sleep. Trying to match fat bitches on Tinder. Then she goes to her date. Some ninja in a Maserati, a Porsche 911, a Lamborghini. Some nigga come in with the big engine. Picks her up in his chariot. Takes her up on the helicopter. Takes her to Mastro's. Takes her to the hotel room. They pick up lines of coca. They don't get home till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. He pushes her insides to her esophagus. Folds her up nice and neat. Drops her ass off in the Ferrari. Drops her ass off at her apartment that he pays for. She goes upstairs in the top floor of the goddamn Sky apartment, 65th floor. And your ass on the couch with your hand in your pants like Al Bundy eating Rocky Road ice cream. You ain't seen no 10. She ain't never barely at the grocery store unless she wants to get some almond milk and some coconut water. All right, bitch, that's all she getting. She ain't carrying bags of groceries in from her fucking SUV. All right, all her food, groceries, and Uber Eats delivered right to the door. You ain't seen hide nor hair of no 10. You ain't barely peeked that one. Unless you live next door to one. She don't live on your schedule. No, she don't work at your job. There's no 10s that got jobs like that. Right? There's no 10s that got jobs. All right, they ain't got no job and showing up in, oh, did you see Catherine in accounting? No. No, that bitch ain't no 10. That's a 6. All right, that's a 6. She just looks better than the other musty muff-ups that's sitting at the accounting table. Right? You ain't seen it. You ain't seen it. So people will act like, man, you just don't see them. Right? And if you manage to even see one, you won't see her for very long. She will walk past you. Oh, shit. Well, mysterious. She don't cook nothing, don't clean nothing. All right? She don't lift a finger. So people think they seen a 10. She ain't working at the fucking Dairy Queen and the Pig and Whistle and the Aldi. There's no 10s working at the Aldi. There's no 10s doing nails. There's no 10s doing nails. There's no nail tech 10s, bruh. She wouldn't even waste her time. Right? There's no 10s doing esthetician work. Nah, brothers, these ain't 10s. These are good-looking women. Yep, house is a mess. She ain't done her laundry. Panties everywhere. All right, people pick up after her. And she always having a bad day. All right, so anyway. All right. Yep, she at the gym. She go to the gym and she be on the elliptical and where? Lifetime Fitness, Equinox, high-end gyms that you can't get access to. You ain't seen no 10. You seen a girl that has a potential to be a 10 in fucking in 24-hour fitness. All right, she was good looking, but she ain't no 10. All right. All right, yep. All right, yo, crazy. 10s do not date regular dudes. And no, not even Chad Tyrone. Now, she'll have a Chad on the roster. All right, she'll have a Chad on the roster, but he ain't banging that out every day. All right, somebody paying for that lifestyle. Yep. It is what it is. Just look, we have to clarify shit. And they do not have regular jobs. right? They'll do a model and they'll go through. Oh, by the way, that brings me to this. There's no 10s really over the age of 27. All right. So once a woman turns 27, there's no 10s anymore. She can't be a 10. All right. She can be a very attractive older woman. She could be a woman that is coming down off of her ride as a 10, but 10s are reserved for young women. All right. There's no 10 conversation with no old 42-year-old woman. What about Nia Long? Guys, it's over. What about Halle Berry? It's over. She's an attractive older woman. She's not a 10. 27 is probably about the limit of 10, and they know it. They can't play that game for so long. 10 got a short shelf life, and then there's a new woman right on her heels. Coming in, 18, 19, 20, 21, coming in tough. Right? They got a big-time expiration date. After 27, it's fucking 9 for good, all right? She's going to be a 9 or 8, and you're going to be a tough-ass 32-year-old 9 or a tough-ass 32-year-old 8 or a 9. All right, but that ride is good and done. All right, she had her chance. That's it. All right, there ain't no ride no 10 out for no decade. They got a 3 to 5 year window to ride that 10 shit out. And it's over. All right, then they be 9 and 8s and beautiful as a motherfucker. Like, damn, trophy wife 8. And she got 32, 2 kids, trophy wife, and bizarre beautiful. Right? And you're like, damn, she gorgeous. But she ain't a 10 no more. She can't get that command for that. All right? That's just how it works. All right? And I can say that as an ugly dude. An ugly dude, that's how it works. Somebody said like 25. I wouldn't argue with that. But 25 is the absolute ceiling. All right? It doesn't. But yeah, I can go with 25, but yeah. And yeah, these are fresh. These women don't got tattoos and bull nose rings and shit like this. They're at the top of the top, cream of the crop. And it's a tough game for them. 10s, you got to at least be on Raya, right? You're not on Raya, you're not a 10. You ain't even in the conversation. You got to at least get invited by Raya. And bitches be on Tinder and Bumble and Hinge talking about they 10s. I'm like, bitches, you on Raya? You not on Raya? Sit down.
Shut up!
Sit down. There's no 10s on Hinge. All right? The only 10s are on Hinge are women that they pay these women. By the way, I know women like this in California. They would find them on a dating app, or they would find them and say, hey, we wanted you to be on a dating app. They'll pay them to use in their marketing. Right. And so those are the only 10s where they put on the marketing on the billboard and you'd be like, oh, that woman's on Hinge. No, that's just a marketing ad. All right. That's just an ad. Yeah, man. It's that crazy. So people will say, now you might be dating somebody that's out your league, but now somebody actually said they posted the girl. Oh, okay. I found her. Shout out to Maury. Okay, so this is apparently the woman here they're calling the 10. All right, so we got Straggle Daggle. My goodness, man. Not even on my worst day. All right? I mean, this would be, all right, fuck it. Come through. I got about a cool 250. She does look short, so I like short girls, so I'll give her that. Not with that blonde wig on. There's no way, man. I will never date a woman with a wig on like this. That's so, ugh. All right. Now, she looks white. She looks like she could pass for white, but until you look at her features, you can tell she's a mulatto at least. All right, but no on the wig. I'm a no wig kind of guy. That wig is obnoxious. All right, that is, but she's a cute little girl. I will say she's cute. But oh, no way. I can't do wigs. I can't do wigs, man. Other than that, she does look tiny, which I do like tiny little spinner chicks, so I'll give her that. That is appealing. And she's young. She ain't ugly. She's not a 10, though. I mean, she young. So. All right, but she a little spinner, so that is kind of appealing to me here. Let me see if there's a better picture. She looks better with black hair. I mean, this is good. This is good. This is nowhere near a 10, though. I mean, not even close. She barely sniffing. I mean, just for me, I'm talking about on the international scale. We're not talking about the scale in Houston. I give her a 6 on the scale. And that's because she's young and small, and her body is pretty decent. Right? On the international scale, I'll give her a 6. On the inner city scale, she's a 7, 8. All right, she's a 7 on the hood scale. And maybe I'll give her about a 7.5, 8 on the hood scale. She's young, she's got a good body. On the international scale, this is a 6. Not even close, bro. On the JUCO scale, this is a Straggle Daggle. All right, just so you guys know, on the JUCO scale, that's a Straggle Daggle. All right, I would not invite her to my house. All right, so we guys got to understand there's a difference of expectation. I wouldn't put a lot of money into this at all. All right, I would probably use once, and that'll be it. And she'd be hit my phone up. She would be hit me up. In Los Angeles, this is a 6 in LA. And she's from Houston, so again here. And I don't want to demean the girl, but it was brought up. She ain't a bad-looking girl, but that would definitely be a one-time use for me. I would use that once, and that'll be probably go away. All right? Go away. All right, that's enough. All right, and she ain't got that much share. So, again, by the way, somebody called her a 10, so that's why we're... Yeah, she got, and this woman, look, I don't mess with too many bad and bougies. All right, bad and bougie is a no-go for me. I don't do it too often. And so she's a bad and bougie. I like them a little bit more refined than this. But I definitely would do it. She smokes a freak out. Yeah, she know too many pookies. She know way too many pookies. All right, and you can just tell. She just knows it. She could clean up her act a little bit, but I think it gives it away. The baby hairs and the wigs. She knows way too many pookie niggas. I'm out. A lot of rappers are bang that out, though. A lot of rappers gonna bang that out. They gonna be out there taking her out on dates and shit like that. But let's do it. Main event. Thank you for that, Maury. White dudes don't want nothing to do with it. White dudes might smash that. And they gonna degrade her too. What they call them? Ghetto gaggers? All right, a white dude dating her, they gonna ghetto gag her out. All right, main event. Yeah. All right, main event, Deion Sanders. Did you guys see this? Deion Sanders hiding from his ex-wife, Pilar. And we're going to give you the background as to what happened. Let's play this video here. This is senior night for the University of Colorado. Deion Sanders is the head coach. His two sons, Shiloh and Shador, play for the Colorado Buffaloes for Deion, who's the coach. And there's his wife. There's the baby mamas right there. Her name is Pilar, and we'll tell you about her right here. But this is where it all started. He said this is like World War III, and let's let him continue.
Try to do the impossible. My brother just got my mom from the stands to the senior night. We didn't know we had to walk. They're like World War III trying to get them to walk together.
A quarterback from Dallas, Texas. Number 2, Deion Sanders.
All right, so if you're following the story here, even the kids know they can. This is the sad part of divorce that nobody really wants to talk about. I have experience with this. This is the long-lasting effects of a nasty, bitter divorce in a custody battle, which this guy was a part of, and I've been a part of. And this is where you get this whole thing about MRAs and child support. This is way above the pay grade of your average Red Pill Rage YouTube content creator. All right, this is above your pay grade. Because I'm telling you, these are long-lasting effects that happens that damages many people. How sad is it if you have kids that in the finest moment of your life, one of the most memorable moments of your life, you cannot share it in the space between two parents. And you got to have one parent on one side of the room and one parent on the other side of the room. You don't think that affects you? You don't think that affects you? It affects you. It affects the children. It affects the parents involved. And these things are because the parents become selfish. And they start trying to take territory, and they use the kids, as I call them, pawns. And then they destroy the kids into adulthood. All because someone doesn't want to let go. Somebody's money hungry. Somebody wants to hurt the other person. And then when the fathers take the position that they do, which I'm going to applaud Deion Sanders for doing this, they make the fathers the bad guy. Oh, he could have been the bigger person. Why didn't he just... But they forget that they put you through so much hell and trauma that they want you to just overlook it for the purpose of the kids. So he's got to be the bigger man. But this is tragic that they're in their finest moment. They can't enjoy it. They're thinking about getting their two parents together. And then they're like, well, something's going to happen if they get together. This is sad. And nobody thinks about this when y'all get divorced and y'all fight in custody and y'all hire lawyers. Nobody thinks about these moments. High school graduation, college graduation, their first house, them having kids or having marriages, and wedding ceremonies and shit like this. Now the kids got to pick and choose. Nobody thinks about this. This is where it really hurts. And these long-lasting effects of these selfish people trying to prove a point, not looking at the bigger thing. And then most of the time, one person regrets even going through it in hindsight. So here we go right here. That started it, and we're going to show you this part of the clip because this shows the entire clip of Deion trying to avoid the ex-wife. And they're saying they pulled her out of the stands. She didn't know she was supposed to be down there. I don't think Deion wanted her down there. All right, but let's go ahead and play the clip.
From Dallas, Texas, number 2, Deion Sanders. And the safety, number 21, Sanders.
Now, for the non-athletes in this, because I saw a lot of crazy comments, Deion selfish. He should have walked with the team. All right. On senior night, which is your last game that you're going to play, a regular season game, on senior night, the parents walk their children out in a ceremony. Sometimes they give the parents a rose. It's a way to honor the parents, okay, and honor the kids and the parents at the same time. So on senior night, you walk with your parent. I've done so many of these. I've done almost 20 of these senior nights. Some of them I hated my seniors. I was like, good, I want y'all to go. Some of them I miss my seniors. All right, and so you invite the parents out to walk their child out to midfield to give the parents some recognition with their child. Sometimes there's no parent. The kid is a single mother or abandoned or whatever it is, and the coach will walk a kid out, or the coach will choose, the kid will choose somebody else to walk them out, maybe another parent. If the parents are married, you will see the whole family walk them out, both the mom and the dad, and it's a celebration of your family. So you can look back and say, this is how it all culminates. This is why I call it the divorce a major tragedy, because you miss out on these moments. So now the mother and father get to walk out the son or the daughter, and now you can honor your family. This is why when you guys talk about tradition, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We don't have none of that anymore. And you can go to any high school. You go to a suburban high school, you're going to see all families. You go to an inner city or a middle class high school, you're going to see broken families. You go to a poor high school, you won't even see daddy. If daddy comes, he's going to be drunk and toothless. All right. And you hope that mama and daddy don't get a fight in the parking lot. All right. But these things are gone in our life where you're not seeing this. And even Deion Sanders is at the peak and he doesn't even have his family intact. But it gets worse than this. Let's go ahead and show you here. I'll play the video. This is him walking, but the ex-wife is going to be at midfield. And let's see what Deion Sanders does.
Deion Coach Prime Sanders. They're joined on the field by Pilar Sanders. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one huge round of applause for all of our honorees.
All right, so there goes Deion Sanders, dipped out. And there's Pilar. And so look at the son. He knew what was going to happen. And this is sad, right? Deion Sanders got the fuck out of there. And there's the son. He knew what was going to happen. He tapped him on the back, says, I'm out of here. Pilar's coming up. So they've been divorced since 2013. I think 2013, 2014, or 2012. And they still can't be in the same room. They can't even be in the open air stadium together. That's how bad it was. We're going to show you this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one huge round of applause for all of our honorees.
There he is. And look, he going to dip out. Gone. And I'm telling you, bro, I would do the same thing if I saw my ex-wife. I don't even want to be like within 10 feet of her. All right. And it's sad. But of course, the kids are the ones hurt. So there's the mom. Of course, this is what I call a broken family. It's a broken family. But you guys claim tradition and all this stuff, and you guys write this off as a possible good way to live. I think this is almost as worse as the dating marketplace, where we complain about dating. And then we have these same type of people trying to date other people and try to date other people with kids. It's a sad reality. I'm like, dude, we're fractured. We're broken. Broken. There's no way you can just overlook this and say this is healthy and then think the kids are going to come out in a healthy way. Well, let's break it down. Why is he dipping out on Pilar? All right, so they are in finer times right there. Of course, the women are going to say he cheated on her, all this stuff. But they've been at war with each other for a long time. All right, it says right here, Deion Sanders, ex-wife jailed, loses rights to see kids. And this is December 2014. Now, she did end up costing Deion his position at the NFL Network. He was on the NFL Network, and because she was in what I call a bull in a china shop, and she just had to win, it ended up costing him his primetime job. And it says Pilar Sanders was sentenced Tuesday to 7 days in the Collin County Jail on contempt of court charges and lost all visitation rights to her 3 children. The ex-wife of NFL broadcaster and Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders was taken into custody, the ex-wife, after a hearing on several motions by the athlete's attorney. And it says right here they sought a temporary injunction related to the defamation suit filed last month over multiple social media posts and videos from Pilar Sanders alleging abuse, assault, and attempted deletion. All right, so this is the same playbook. All right, the same playbook. He abused me. It was abusive. All right, so she tried to do that and went up there to social media, which is the court of public opinion. He was abusive. He tried to kill me. Yes. All right, batshit crazy. And it says right here, family law attorney, Rick, and by the way, just because Deion Sanders has money, he was able to get this type of order. Family law attorney Rick Robertson's filed 2 motions related to enforcing and modifying the couple's divorce decree finalized last year in 2013. As the bailiff was taking her into custody, 40-year-old Pilar Sanders objected to the entire proceedings. She appeared in court with no attorney, saying several times that she was taking part only under threat, duress, and coercion, so she's a YouTube attorney. During the hearing, she cited multiple legal statutes, saying she did not recognize the jurisdiction of the court. All right, so she's playing the YouTube game. Quote, I am not part of the United States corporation, she told the court. All right, typical shit that you hear on YouTube. All right, so she's playing this bullshit. So when people say he should have been a bigger man and he should have did X, Y, and Z, where's my video of them? All right, he said, fuck this bitch. All right, he looking at her like this.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too.
All right, it gets worse. All right. All right, she tried to do the sovereign citizen. All right, the judge is like, get in jail out there, you stupid.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, threw her ass in jail with all her prettiness. When asked to give her name after she took the stand, she said she did not have a name. I am Pilar Sanders, love L Day. She says she's a Moorish American. She testified at the end of the hearing. The judge found that Pilar had violated the visitation schedule that was part of the divorce decree. He found that she failed to return the couple's children, which are Shador, these are the children. All right. Remember, I want you to keep this in mind. These are the kids that they're talking about. Right? Remember, he's getting these kids to the NFL. At least one of them. It's going to be a 1, 2, or 3 pick. Right? And they followed him around from Jackson State. He coached them in high school. He coached them in college. And then he might coach them in the NFL. Who knows? But remember, when they're talking about the kids, this is why I always tell you this kid bullshit. while these women are fighting over these kids are going to be adults. And these now are the adult kids that they're fighting over. And she in court with this Moorish bullshit. And she in court violating custody orders. They don't stay kids for very long. So these are the kids we're talking about. They're now grown ass men. Okay, so the shit it takes a different spin when you're talking about grown men. And it says right there, where she says right here, it says right here, she failed to return the couple's children when she was supposed to and took possession of them when she shouldn't have. He ordered her in jail for 30 days, but then suspended and probated the sentence for 1 year. All right, still as part of the probation, he ordered her to serve a week in the county lockup. Her ex testified that she violated the visitation schedule at least 16 times. In one instance, he testified she kept the children more than a week longer than the schedule allowed. Women do this all the time. They violate shit like this. He said that he had to retain an attorney to get them back. And they testified that Pilar Sanders, they went to the Pilar Sanders Selena house 3 times. The first time, no one answered the door. The second time, he said Pilar refused to turn over the children, saying the court had no jurisdiction over them. Well, she said that in court as well. All right, and I'm going to take that off the screen because the screen's messed up. And then the officer testified that he had returned a third time with a court order that allowed officers to use force if necessary to retrieve the children. After the children were taken, Pilar reported to Child Protective Services that they had been kidnapped. So I hear a lot of women using this part. Well, he kidnapped the kids. No, she kidnapped the kids. So instead of her turning the kids over to the police, when the police took them by force for her violating the custody order, then she called CPS and said they kidnapped them. Guys, so when you see Deion Sanders do this, all right, this is the same as my situation, bro. I was like, nah, I remember everything, bro. I'm going to remember this shit till death. All right, my ex ain't never get no leniency, nothing. All right, nope. All right, bitches play too many games. And they play game with your seed. And look at what they became versus what they would have became with her. All right, because she was not in any mental position to do anything with these boys. Not what Deion did with them. You think these boys would have been what they became without Deion in their life? No, absolutely not. And it says right here, a CPS agent testified that his agency investigated her allegations that the children were abused. The allegations were ruled out, he testified. So she even said that Deion was abusing them. It says he testified that he believed it was in the children's best interest that they not be allowed to see their mother. Quote, she brainwashes them as well as teaches them things that's awful, ungodly, and unlawful and absurd, turning them against me. So at this point in 2014, he's saying the mom is turning the kids against me. And everything backs up. The judge granted the motion to modify the divorce decree, saying that Pilar Sanders will have no visitation for her 3 children until further notice. He also ordered her to pay $5,000 in attorney's fees related to the children's retrieval. She testified that she had no job, no money. I mean, guys, this is textbook.
You get it through your thick skull that I'm broke.
All right, textbook. She got no job, no money. Why? Because she relied on her beauty. But again, she didn't want to listen to Deion. Apparently, there's a reality show with them, and she doesn't listen to him. They argued a lot. I didn't want to go through the show, but that's apparently what they were trying to say. All right. And then there's a temporary injunction on social media for the defamation, and I'm pretty sure they had some things to say about her not defaming him on social media. And it says right here, it says the NFL has investigated his ex-wife's allegations, okay? That was his situation with the NFL network. So he was on this network as a commentator, but because of this bullshit, he got pulled down, which ended up being a blessing because then it ended up that he chose to go into coaching. But she tried to even fuck his job up. All right, so when people say, why did he act like that? He should have been the bigger man. Nope. He was like, I'm tired of this crazy psycho biche. Tired of her bullshit. What she put me through was completely unfair. And against all odds, I still succeeded with these children. All right, you got TMZ reporting right here. He wins a custody battle with Pilar. This is TMZ, and this is from May of 2013. So this is actually before the issue that we just reported, where he actually, it says right here, he was awarded primary custody of the 3 kids. Okay, so that might have been, he got full custody of the boys and then partial custody of the daughter. Right there. All right, and they were both looking for sole custody. And we got more. Just so you can see what's going on here.
And now Deion Sanders tries to convince us everything is cool in his nasty divorce from his wife.
The thing about it, Pilar and I are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we are cool. When I say cool, we're cool. We're cool.
So, are you guys cool or what?
Deion Sanders did a radio interview about the whole fiasco that's going on with Pilar Sanders.
And by fiasco, he means the athlete's recent filing for divorce, his wife's claims that she was completely blindsided, then Deion's daughter calling Pilar a gold-digging hoe on Twitter.
Jesus. Wow. All right, so the daughter, holy mackerel. Daughter slams stepmom. Oh, that's the stepmom. Okay, so, all right, so this is the okay, this must be an older daughter.
Pilar a gold-digging hoe on Twitter. But hey, everyone's cool now, right, Deion?
It's cool. The sad thing about all of this is all I have is my name.
Well, that and this. His gigantic mega mansion in Dallas, which he still shares with Pilar. Yes, TMZ broke the story that even though Deion and Pilar are divorcing, they're still living together.
We're living in we're under the same roof. That's true.
Oh, now how does that work out?
We are. I see her every morning. And I say, what's up? What's up, girl? It really is like that.
Okay, who thinks Deion is full of BS? Show of hands. Thank you, children.
Could you live in a house with your ex?
Never. You gotta move out to move on.
Hey, guys, let's talk about 2012. We're in an economic mess still.
All right. Wow. 2012 in an economic mess. That was post housing crisis. So people would, in the housing crisis, live together because it was hard to get into houses. All right, we also have this right here, just so you can get the full story.
Calls out ex-wife on IG Live. Deion Sanders has been dealing with some family issues lately, and they've been starting to get to his head. Ever since he started coaching the Colorado Buffaloes, his ex-wife, known as Pilar Sanders, has been starting to appear in his life again. The ex-couple originally split apart years ago, but now that he's coaching their son's team, he's been seeing her more often, and he clearly hates it. Pilar Sanders has been showing up to Colorado Buffalo games in support of her son, Shutterstock Sanders, but it's been messing with Deion's head, and he seemed to have enough of it. Deion recently took to Instagram Live to address his feelings about his ex-wife showing up to recent games, and he is not happy about it. He makes it clear that he still dislikes Pilar Sanders and wishes she would just stay away from his business. Unfortunately, his IG Live reaction has only seemed to stir up a bigger controversy between Pilar and Deion, and it wasn't long before Pilar responded.
All right, so we don't have the response. These people definitely don't have the whole story here. And someone said that's an old video. Oh boy. Yeah, some ninjas are way behind. Then there's this woman said that Deion attacked Pilar and hit her over the head with a cell phone.
Then going to divorce could be in the same house. I don't understand how that works because it's a very volatile situation.
And that's a preview of that exclusive interview coming up at 7 o'clock. So, Ron, I know that you're joined now by family friend Dee Boswell and attorney Toby Shook to talk more about this.
That's right. They are here this morning, and for years, Deion and Pilar Sanders seemed like the definition of a happy family. He's a beloved Hall of Famer athlete. She's a beautiful model and actress, but after more than 10 years of marriage, cracks started the show.
And so you can see the boys here. That's Shador and Shiloh there. Also, there's the oldest brother who now does their videography. Then you have the stepdaughter, and then you have the daughter on the lap, the youngest daughter. So there's 3 kids biologically, and I want to say 2 kids that are there. The young daughter right there, she's looking good there. There's 2 kids that are stepkids to Pilar. 3 biologically, 2 stepkids.
This morning, we're hearing from that family friend, new insight on what might have gone wrong. In fact, Dee Boswell was there last Monday when this altercation took place.
Okay.
And in fact,
all right, so we got the friend out here lying.
You are that other friend that Deion claims in conjunction with Pilar jumped him. That is the claim, and you've been cited since for, is it a Class C?
Class C assault.
A Class C assault. Clearly, two different stories here in terms of what happened. Let's start with that Monday. And
look, the messy ass friend up here about to lie.
From your point of view, what exactly happened?
Well, I was upstairs cleaning some things out of their daughter's room, Shalimai, to help move into Pilar's room. I heard some muffled yells, and then I suddenly heard Pilar scream, like, not scream like, hey, how are you? Scream like, somebody help me.
But, ma'am, you didn't see nothing. You witnessed nothing. You have an ear witness. You didn't see nothing.
I immediately, split second, decided to record it and went downstairs, and as I rounded the corner, I had my phone in my left hand, and I was able to capture Deion striking Pilar in the head with a statue. Pilar was crouched down on the floor like this.
All right, where's the video?
And in his left hand, he was rearing back and just plowed her right on top of her head.
She got the
with
video.
Statue.
By the way, in 2012, it was very rare to record a video on the phone. Just so you guys know, this is some shit that people did very often.
Smashed her thumb.
And that would explain, her attorney is saying, that she suffered a broken thumb.
Absolutely.
And a split lip. And
all right,
yet,
where the video at?
What happened next involved not Deion getting arrested, but Pilar getting arrested.
Right, after he attacked me.
So he attacked you as well?
Yes.
All right, this bitch lying.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, yeah. Oh, look, man, look. And so this is the part of the divorce shit that y'all don't like and that y'all don't know, is that there will be people, and she a chunky little monkey right here, all right, that they will get the friends to come up and lie. All right, they'll get the friends come up and lie. And I saw him reel back with a statue and clobber her on the head. All right, that was 12 years ago. So one more thing that I wanted to talk about that I wasn't able to pull up was that in high school, it looked like Shiloh, which is their oldest son, not Deion's oldest son. Shiloh is going to be number 21. They do take after their father in a lot of ways. You can see the influence over them, the dancing and all of that stuff. I'm pretty sure they love their mother too. But Shiloh, number 21, he got into some trouble at a school. I could not find the video, but he got into some trouble where I believe he punched a teacher or a security guard or a coach. And one of the things that happened was the mom was contacted before Deion was contacted. I think Deion was out of town. This was already after they had full custody. But I think the mom, Pilar, called the school and was like, I'm coming to pick up the kids. Well, Deion called the school and said he can't pick her up because I have full custody. And there was a big meltdown because of this issue here, and it was almost cost Shiloh his ability to play college football. Yeah, he punched the security guard at the high school, and I think it was on tape. All right, let me see if I can say it, and I'm an old person on tape here. And so there were some 911 phone calls back and forth. And Deion was like, do not give those kids to the mother. Why? Well, the reason why is because if she picked those kids up, she would have went right back to court. And she would have used that to use against Deion in his parenting. And she would have went right back to court to swing the custody. And so Deion was like, do not let her get those kids. Those kids, she has no custody of the kids. There was a video. Let me see here. All right, so this is Shiloh right here in high school. And you can see he's definitely a high school age person. He's no longer a little kid. And fair use, that's him right there. He doesn't want to go. He was definitely having a meltdown. He was having a bad day. You can't see it over there. It's a little grainy, but they are tussling. And there's the sisters out there, and that's him hitting the security guard. They definitely fought. I think he crumpled the security guard up. What kind of camera footage is this? All right, do we have a hallway camera? Yeah, and they had to, this led to Shiloh filing bankruptcy. I mean, this is a very complicated case. All right, but divorce does hurt family members, and hurt people. And then the security guard sued. This was in 2015. Security guard sued, got a massive judgment against Shiloh because now Shiloh is famous, and he declared bankruptcy.
CU football player Shiloh Sanders, son of the head coach Deion Sanders, has now filed for bankruptcy after a massive judgment against him. This was first reported today by Westward.
9 News sports anchor and reporter Ariel Orsuto joins us now. Just kind of walk us through what we're learning about this tonight.
Yeah, Shiloh Sanders filed for bankruptcy in October 2023, and that was years after Texas court judgment against him, where he was ordered to pay more than $11.2 million in a personal injury lawsuit, according to U.S. bankruptcy court documents. Westward reports that this is related to an alleged attack in 2015 on a security guard named John Darjean from Sanders High School in Texas.
All right, so you see how complicated that is. All right, so that's even the complicated part of the story there. He was a minor at the time of the incident. Maybe, was he a minor? I'm assuming he was a minor at the time, but because he's Deion Sanders' son, security guard said, I
got money.
All right, go give me some money. So $11 million for that particular scuffle that you saw. I mean, for that scuffle, you lose $11 million bucks. All right, for that scuffle. Where's the scuffle at? All right, this is worth 11 mil. All right. Oh, man. This is worth 11 mil. A high school kid knocking your ass out. All right, as a security guard. Well, that's what tells you, man. And look at the security guard. That ain't a small guy. Pause. All right, he's healthy looking guy. He's not, he's in good shape. And you got knocked out and you taking 11 million. All right. So Shiloh, his NFL contract's going to get garnished. But he filed for the bankruptcy. It's up to the bankruptcy, the federal, to provide him protection over it. And also, we don't know what type of bankruptcy he filed. He could have filed a Chapter 13 to protect them and maybe make some payments. I'm not sure. Or did he file Chapter 7?
CU football player Shiloh.
I'm just curious. You don't have to watch the rest of the show here. Did he file Chapter 7 or 11?
Westward reports that this is related to an alleged attack in 2015 on a security guard named John Darjean from Sanders High School in Texas. According to the bankruptcy court document, Sanders claimed he only had just shy of $478,000 in total assets on October 23rd. That includes his Mercedes GLE and $308,000 between a Wells Fargo account and a Robinhood account. He also lists 2 LLC accounts with an unknown amount of money listed in each of them.
He got that LLC protection.
Those. It's important to note that John Darjean's complaint on January 29th was sealed by the courts.
That's an enormous judgment. So clearly whoever was looking at it thought it was a really devastating attack.
Right.
You saw the attack. I mean, I don't know, man. 11 mil. All right. For you could get crumpled. By the way, nobody deserves to get paws put on them. But yeah, man, $11 million to beat up a security guard and you're a high school student. That's interesting. But yeah, man, Shiloh definitely going to have to hide his money. And I'm pretty sure since they became famous over the last few years, the security guard been watching. All right, the security guard been watching. All right, anyway, yikes. All right, let's get to these chats and then we'll get you up out of here, man. All right, sorry for keeping y'all long throughout this day. This has been a long day and you guys have been great. The dictator says Prime was in the right. Bish, keep that same energy. He says, didn't mean to send you that much. Uh-oh, what did you mean to send me? All right, I'll send it back to you. But where did you make the mistake? I got you, brother. All right, then just go sit in their chat and just say, I didn't mean to send that much. What did you mean to send? He sent me $1,000. Hey.
Gotcha, bitch.
He sent me $1,000. Hey, what you want to change, bro? What you want to change? All right, look at this ninja. Let's ring you in style.
I'm rich.
What you with? Hey, you sent me $1,000. What you want me to say?
I'm rich, bitch.
What you want?
I'm rich, bitch.
What?
I'm rich, bitch.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you, bro. I got you, man. All right. Let me take all my rings back. Hold up for a second.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right. I'm going to get you back, bro. Hold up for a second. All right. Look at him. This ninja shuffling. He's shuffling. Look, he like, God damn, it's rent tomorrow.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man. What you going to do? Look out, boys. It's coming through. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay, and the reason I'm doing that is because he's a big donor. He normally donates a lot throughout the years. So, I got you, bro. All right, you getting it back. All right, listen, he like, man, yo. All right, he done print too many. Hey, look. Hey, listen, the reason why, because he does a lot of, he donates a lot. I've seen your name a lot during my show, so I don't, he was going to be broke the rest of the week. No lunch money ass ninja. All right, you didn't send the rich money over. All right, hey, man, you taking money out my pocket. Hey, man, don't be an Indian giver. All right, he want to give me some money and I read his chat and he want it back. All right, I got you, bro. I got you, man. All right, anyway. Hey, man, listen, I know y'all dollars are hard earned, and I appreciate y'all. So I wouldn't do you like that. I wouldn't do you like that, man. Listen. All right. I was about to be eating steak, ninja. All right, he was like, give it back. Shout out to our brother here. It is our brother Zeb T says the 68-year-old uses green alcohol. All right, green alcohol. All right, my goodness. Shout out to our brother here, a man supporting men, AMSM. He says 10s don't even fuck good. Now that's a whole nother conversation, bro. Right? That's a whole nother conversation. And that's the sad part about it is that, you know, not very many women have it all. Like not very many. So we talk about 10s. A lot of them, they are not that great in bed. So that's the kind of the misnomer about the 10. It's kind of like what you want. Although a woman is not a 10, that doesn't mean she's great in bed. Like I always think there's a difference between attractive and sexy. There's a difference between a 10 in bed and a 6 in bed. So the other value about 10s is that you can, when you're outside, you look good with them. When you're with the 6, you get the same treatment. When you take a 6 to a high class restaurant, it seems like that ain't worth it. Why would I take her there? I'll give her cheap tacos. You take a 10, you take her to a high class restaurant, everybody's bowing down to you. Oh, wow, who are you? And you get them both in the bedroom, the 6 gonna fuck your brains out. The 10 is gonna give you a lazy, sloppy blowjob. All right, so unenthusiastic, lay there like a Carl's Jr. star, flat back. So that's the whole sad reality of that. So a lot of times it's just in your head so you can take around some arm candy. Although I think arm candy is a thing. All right. We don't want to always, because guys will be like, arm candy is a thing. It's a big deal. If you have an attractive woman with you, people treat you way differently. Like an attractive, not no bad and bougie thought. If you have an attractive woman with you, doors will open up where they previously you didn't even know was a door, right? You didn't know there was an opportunity, a door, or nothing. And you walk in there with a fine ass woman and they will show you places. They will sit you in a better seat on the restaurant. They will sit you in the middle of the fucking floor. All right. And everybody watching you. They'll be like, you want to go up there? What's up there? I didn't know nothing was up there. I've been here 10 times. Oh, there's something up here. You want to go? So, yes. And then other people going to watch. They're going to compliment you. They're going to compliment her. They're going to start talking. All of a sudden, you handsome. All of a sudden, you guys look great together. And all she did was just show up and float. She just floated in there like this. Attractive women float. Now, you bring a booger wolf, a knock-kneed, a cockeyed, a bitch ain't never been there before, a 6, a average Becky. You bring a regular stock factory issue strag. You bring her in there, they're going to be like, sit over there in the corner in the dark. All right, we got a table over here. This is your group. All right, we got a table for you. They take you through the restaurant, around the corner. All right, you sitting by the bathroom in the motherfucking kitchen. Right here. Right? It's a whole different ball game. Yep, the Princess Peach. Bitch float like Princess Peach. Man, it's a whole thing, bruh. It's a whole thing. People bowing to you, dudes looking at you like winking. Like, I remember I went to I took this little fine chocolate sister, and we pulling out of the we went to, I think we seen the Lakers or we seen somebody at T-Mobile, Golden Knights. And this fine sister, chocolate sister, sitting next to me, and we in the G-Wagon, and we pull up, but we in traffic, and there's a brother doing traffic, and he stopped next to us, and he looked, and he was like, dang, bruh. He looked at the car. He was like, man, shout out to you, bruh. And I was like, yeah, thank you, man. And he looked in, and he saw the sister, and he was like, damn. Right? He was like, this is some high-class shit. You running a high-class operation. So he was like it was the whole picture for him that made him go, oh shit, this is on another level. There's levels to this shit. And she was sitting up there like this. She was sitting up there acting like she was asleep, doing her beauty sleep. Because she knew that nigga was looking at her like, all right. And then he saw the car. He was like, yeah, man, damn, shout out to you. I like your whip. He looked inside. He was like, damn. All right. It was like, this dude got the dub. And guess what? That night was not free. All right. Because we was at a sporting event. That was an expensive night. So it is what it is, man. But he said, whoa. All right. This ain't no regular shit. You want some rich ninja shit over here. All right. Yo, anyway. You probably like, who this ninja? Shout out to our brother N. It is. We're going to call you J. Graham. I want to say Jabril. He says, family broken. Red Bull for the wake up show. Thank you, man. Yes. Family broken. I'm going to need the wake up show to be ready. All right. I got to get it. Shout out to you, man. The dictator says, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. All right. I see a situation like that. We ain't going to take advantage. Oh, how did it end? Oh, she did her job. All right. She did exactly what she was there for. All right. By the way, my strategy is I do not date for the possibility of sex. It's going to be automatic. All right. So I'm not doing nothing for the possibility. All right. Everybody know what's about to happen. You see me with somebody, there's nothing possibly about to go on. Hey, coach, I wonder, hey, what happened that night if you see me with somebody, you already know what happened. All right. There's no possibilities. A bind got fixed. All right. A bind got fixed and everybody got what they needed out of the situation.
I got money.
All right. Right. So there's no possibilities with me. I'm going to take a nice woman out and possibly she might be. No, it's an automatic. You can book it, Dan.
I got money.
Book it. Right here. All right. It's an automatic. It's in the bag. All right. I don't date women for possibility. If I do, we do lunch. All right. We doing lunch and we going to Panera Bread. All right. I introduce you. You should do okay right here. 30 minutes. All right. Nice to meet you. All right. Let's get in here. I got a couple more and it's David. King David from Phoenix, coach. I was 29 and I met this 52-year-old Latina abuela. She had a daughter who was the same age as me and a lesbian with 2 kids. Grandma had a drinking problem, so it wasn't going to last, but it was fun. The free nut that I was getting, he says, I had to pop her leg back in place a few times. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Yeah, it was some wet. Them Latina abuelas can get it in. They freaks, too. I messed with this abuela. Well, she wasn't an abuela. She was a single woman, but she was in her damn close to 50. That unassuming, nasty woman. I was shocked. All right. She came in like she was a Catholic. She was like all nice and demure. I was like, all right, let me take her back to the crib. Took her back. And she was one that told me, she was like, oh, I used to be a freak back in the day. I used to be a freak. Because what came out of this abuela, I mean, I didn't call her an abuela. She was like touching on 50. This is a few years back. This is why I'm telling you, man, these women are, I don't want to go too long, but this whole thing that young men, listen to me. Do not listen to these guys tell you that if women dress modestly, then it will be better for society. In theory, it sounds right. But the way, and I used to not agree with this because women would say this and I would be like, nah, that ain't true. But the way a woman dresses does not tell you anything about the woman. I know I had to change my opinion on this because I have been flabbergasted by modestly dressed women. And I've messed with skeezers dressed like hookers. And them bitches was just unenthusiastic, just brand new, not nasty. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and shake this woman pocketbook real quick. Come on over here, granny. She turned out, I was like, oh shit, used to roll with the Vatos. Right? She turned into super duper nasty. Look, put it like this. I had to put towels on the floor. I don't want to, this is a family show. I had to put towels on the floor. There was so much. It was soggy. I was like, I might have to put towels on the floor. All right. Sheets was soaked and wet. All right. And she was like, I can't control it. I was like, my goodness. And I think she even told me, she was like, oh, I was in my teenage years, I used to get it in. So this woman was damn near 50. And she was talking about when she was 14 and 15, she been getting it in. And I was like, a old school freak, dressed like a church lady. Dressed like a church lady. All right. Then you would think this is old woman. She does her regular job. She just a regular Mexican lady. And I was like, man almighty. It was the waterworks. And she was nasty, nasty. So anyway, she been a nasty girl. So my point is, I had to change my opinion on women in terms of how they're dressed will dictate their activity in the bedroom. I'm going to say it's not always true because you will find that there's some modestly dressed women and you don't even know that they got an inner freak. Then there's some women out here dressed all, and they're prudes, right? They're the worst people to talk to. They got their titties up. And what's wrong? And why are you looking at me? They're extra prudish with it. And it don't even make it fun anymore. You're like, damn, you're not even letting people enjoy what you putting out there. All insecure and worried about people looking and, you know, they're doing the walk, hoping you ain't looking at them. And these are the women scantily clad, doing too much. And then it's the woman out there that's modestly dressed. They take off their Marshall suit, their suit that they got from Ross, and they come out there nasty. All right, so we need to men, as men grow up, you're going to find out it's the dress does not tell you much of anything. All right, and the craziest part, there's women out here doing OnlyFans and be like, I'm not a hoe. And you're like, and then there's a modestly dressed woman that be like, oh, I was a hoe back in the day. Like, they're messing with you. They're messing with your mind out here. It's the scantily clad women that the ones you kind of just want to avoid them because they're playing the game with you of the what we call the plausible deniability game, where they can dress scantily clad for attention and then ridicule you for looking. Okay, and then don't want to be judged as a 304. All right, you know, just because I'm dressed like this doesn't mean. Those women are playing a crazy game with you and they're distracting you. And meanwhile, over here, you got a woman over here and she basic. And she gonna put the waterworks on you. She gonna put something on you that you never ever thought. Tony over here says, hello, coach. Did you hear that Biden is sending nukes to Ukraine? Yes. He says FEMA has 10 different cities that Russians can nuke. If we pass away, I thank you for all of your life wisdom that you gave me the past 4 years. God bless you, Coach Greg Adams. And he said, send it. All right. And our brother here, the Downey agent, sends me the article. He says right here, they stole from you. It says, oh, the article states that women are de-evolving. Oh, they stealing from me, man. They are stealing from me. Let me see if I can get the article. Damn, it didn't work, but I'm going to pull it up. All right, it says right here, it's an article states that women are de-evolving. Okay, and it's about the dating marketplace. Maybe I'll touch on that tomorrow. Then I'll go one more round to make sure I got everybody. Pause. And we're going to have a good show tomorrow. All right. The topics will be up. But I'm glad I made up for lost time from the last weekend. Do me a favor, hit the like button as you exit today's stream. And I thank all the contributors to today's show. One more go around. Yes, we got everybody. Shout out to the coach gang. Peace.